I've turned off my mic, but I'm pretty sure they're still hearing me. But I'll let you know when we're starting. Sure. Oh, I tried to. I even pressed the little I, but it's okay. Sure. It is a mystery. In the meantime, I'll say hi to any chat people. So, hello, Matthew. Hello. It looks like Seribot has not activated yet. Seribot, where are ya? Uh-oh, it activated Siri on my phone! Yeah, not you. It's like the leaf tent meme whenever someone does the, like, he hates us! And then someone's like, not you! Fleshy's in chat, Saku's in chat, hello! Hello. I'm waiting for the— oh my god, there's a little hat on my emotes. It's a little Christmas— I mean, not Christmas, it's a little Halloween hat! How's it doing that? How's it doing that? That's amazing. Does it work for any emote? Let me see if I— yeah. Do it. Oh my god, yeah, it does! That's so perfect! That's adorable! That's so cute. Hello everyone, we're waiting for— oh, Saku's emote too. We're just waiting for the ad break and then we'll go ahead and get started. But it's so mysterious. There we go, as soon as I say it, the ad break starts. Okay, once we're back from the ad break, the hands have the hat. Then we'll go ahead and get started. I'm pretty excited. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, no worries. Oh my gosh, the hat on the emotes is so cute. Oh, it does! The little dancing dinosaur. Oh, I forgot to get, let me get Spotify, because I forgot we don't have any music. Alright, ad break ends in 20 seconds. Picking out some music and then we can switch over. Alright, I think the ad break is done. You good to start, Nyenda? Alright, let's do it. Woo! Alright, hello everybody! Hello. Everyone! Oh wait, let me make sure that my Spotify is playing. It is, but it's very low. So that we have some music. There we go. But yeah, hello everybody. Let's see who's in chat. Hello Mega Bronson. Hello Matthew. Hello Saku. Hello Fleshy. Hello everybody. Oh yeah, everyone get your sniffer stickers. Meanwhile, we're gonna be
I got my
introducing.
snippets.
Yeah. You got your sniffer sticker. So yeah, I guess we can let's introduce ourselves and talk about what we're gonna be doing today. So, hello everyone, I'm Babinka Bear, your local sun bear and art history teacher. But today I am not the teacher. Today I am a fellow student. So, my teacher today will be Nyanda Delta. Woo! Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Lambda Delta, and I am a NPC VTuber. I'm just here as tutorial NPC, but I will be, I guess, well, it's like somewhat teaching, but I'm also like sharing information to Binka, who's also studying Japanese, and I'll assist her in most commonly term used by VTubers of also corpo VTubers and Japanese VTuber exclusive terms. So I'm excited to be here.
Yay! And thank you for being here too. I know you said thank you earlier when we were chatting about like thanks for having you, but I am also super grateful to have you here.
Hey, yeah, I've always wanted to collab with Binka here because like we both love history and we both love languages, and I'm like, you, you have the same hobbies as me. And,
Exactly.
and we actually had a talk earlier. We had a long chat about like history and other things. Like it's mostly like Filipino history and a bit of like because like it originated from one of our topics here, which we
Mhm.
will be talking about soon. But go on ahead,
Yeah,
Binka.
yeah. So as Nyanda said, like we both love history, love languages, and kind of like the mechanical parts of, or rather, kind of like the linguistic part of linguistics, right? The linguistic part of languages, to say. Like, oh my god, the hat on Altair is so cute. That emote is so cute. But
Oh
yeah.
my god, I like it.
So that's what today's gonna be, but it's also just like an honor to have you here because like for a teensy bit of like context too is if it's okay for us to talk about, like we both met via the Tempura fandom, right? And also like I think I said this on stream yesterday, but I think you were one of the first people that I really like that I guess like welcomed me into the Tempura fandom because prior to that I wasn't really part of any VTuber fandom. Um and I think it was it was partially because like you had that awesome name, right? Lambda Delta. It's like, oh, Umineko fan spotted.
That actually, I remember because like Pao actually shared a Magda Delta, and I was like, Magda Delta.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, yay!
I
Because like,
know.
okay, it's in a context because like everybody likes Burnt Castle, and not a lot of people are like, admittedly like a Lambda Delta fan. I'm like, look, it's my two
Yeah.
favorite things.
Exactly. I love the witches in Umineko. I know Saku in chat too is like another Umineko lover. So like it was something that just made sense, right? To have Magni as
Exactly.
Lambda. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, this is like, oh, I love it so much. And then we started, I mean, we didn't talk like as much before, but we just like started to be more acquainted. And then
Mm-hmm.
slowly but surely, I think once like not years, but like the weeks pass and, Vesper, everybody's now debuted, and then everybody were talking.
Mm-hmm.
We started to like get to know each other. Man, the early the early time was so fun because like everybody knew each other.
I know. It's such a cozy time and I still look on it fondly. But it's also because of stuff like that we're getting into this topic, right? Of like fandom terms and slang. Like it's for example like oh, Saku said in chat, you're gonna love my fugi that I got from Momo.
Yes, is it Umineko? Because it is Umineko week, isn't it? Like
It
I saw your
is.
schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's so funny because like Umineko week is also like birthday week. I'm like, yeah, Umineko, let's
Yeah.
go. I think I should play Umineko on stream too. I
Oh
just
my
can't have like the
gosh.
time. It's like maybe next year. Next year I'll definitely like dedicate like umineko week thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I love it. And actually I forgot my chat command. Let me put that up here so that oh, did it not work? Wait. Sorry, give me a second. It's supposed to give a command that's like, "Oh, this is who we're oh, thank you, Matthew. You shouted out Nyanda Delta." But yeah, give me a second. What's a stream with a teensy bit of scuff? There we go. Okay, let me put the command now. Collab. There we go. And I'm gonna pin it too so everyone knows who we're collabing with. And to check you out as well. And then I know you have some people that have come over from your audience as well, like Fleshy. I know Fleshy have also been here on my stream as well. But nice to have you. Nice to have you. But yeah, so here's what we're doing today. We are studying some fandom terms in slang. We have a list of words that Nyanda was so kind to provide. And I'll pretty much just be taking taking notes, but also asking questions, like further questions about it. I don't know, is there anything that I'm forgetting before I move on, Nyanda?
I think I'm ready to go.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it then. Okay, so this first page all focuses on specifically VTuber lingo because that's how we first connected, right? That's that's the thing that links us both is like some terms that might be familiar to us as people and like as first of all VTubers but also VTuber fans. So yeah, we got quite the list of words here. We could start basic, so like VTuber and Chuba, right? Miss Teacher is Oomphy on the list because I don't know what that. That's not specifically Japanese, but we can talk about it if you want, Mega
Like,
Bronson.
because they're umphis, there are like umphi in terminology of like Japanese, but it's like more like forowa-san, like like that. But
Mm.
their umphi, their terminology for umphi isn't so as endearing. But
Mm-hmm.
we will probably tackle it if we don't have enough time, because like
Mm.
I think I told about like uh Paul here that we could talk in depth about other terms that we might have not enough time, or I feel like it needs more explanation, or
Mm-hmm.
whether Paul wants to expand more on. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll definitely tackle more about like other niche terminologies, but for now we are tackling the VTuber lingo. I think you guys are very aware that these terms are often used by both Japanese and English livers. As we know, VTuber as virtual YouTuber. The reason why VTuber or tuba is being used is most VTubers, at least more commonly now, are streaming in YouTube, but generally they're just like haishinsha or streamers, which is I
Mm.
will talk more about the haishin part. So as VTubers, that's how they are commonly termed or coined now. Like that's what they were. But
Mm-hmm.
in general, if you just want to like say, oh, what are they? It's both encompasses as a YouTuber, VTuber, and a streamer in general is haishinja,
Mm.
which is I'll send it to how to
Yeah.
like the what you call that, the kanji here. There you
Oh
go.
yes. Cause I
Actually, you know what? I can just like put it here too.
sure
Haishinsha.
sure. Cause I've been slacking off on my kanji lessons. I do know how to read katakana and hiragana, and I've been practicing how to write it. But kanji, like I used to take lessons with Wanikani, but I've been slacking. I've been slacking, so I can recognize some of the radicals though. But no, that's cool. Did you say so? Haishin is stream. Haishin is it Haishin Sha is streamer, or is it a J sound?
Yeah, that's a stream. That is a streamer. Haishin sha is like the sha is like the person. Haishin,
Mm.
which is I will talk more about like at the bottom here, is like it's mostly I think me and Pao actually talked about how words evolve,
Mm-hmm.
as haishin is actually hai from the kanji hai, to deliver or to distribute, and then
Ah.
shin, which is the truth or the true, which is if you
Ah.
squish them together, it becomes like distribution or like broadcast. But now, as it's more used as a term, it became more of like a stream. Like that's what stream is. And a sha, like sha, which is I'm not sure if it's updated. I hope it is. Like I did update the I guess the slide. I did update the slide, but I hope it did.
Yeah.
But like
Oh.
the sha
I see.
here is like the person.
Ah, there we go. I see you updating it in real time.
Mono. Yeah, mono.
Haishinsha. Ah, I see, I see. I think chat can
That's like a mono,
see
like
it.
a person. Hi, Shin. And then Sha is like, or because like this is also, it's gonna be in depth as like kunyomi and onyomi, like how to read it by sound and by actually by writing, which is it's gonna be depending on if Binka wants to divert into that stuff. We will talk about it, but for now the basics, Haishinsha is basically as a streamer in general in the Japanese terminology.
Nice. If I could
Mm-hmm.
take a second to welcome Viteheit, he just raided in. They're the bears raiding bears. But yeah, so hello Viteheit, hello raiders. Thank you for the raid, Viteheit. I'll give you a shout out in a little bit, but you've just come into us learning a little bit more Japanese with Nyanda Delta, our special guest for today. She was just explaining the term haishinsha, which is streamer. You know, like we call VTubers VTubers or Chuba or by their name, but now we're learning the Japanese lingo, and we're even getting the kanji in it. So, yeah. So, and you're playing Mega Man X2. Nice. So, last thing I'll say is thank you for the raid once again. If you got a raid and run, no worries. But if you want to stay and learn with the rest of us, that's also very much welcome. So, thank you. Oh yeah. So, where did we leave off on? Thanks for showing the kanji.
We will leave that on. Yeah, Haishinsha, yes, because like VTuber is like it's like a borrowed word. Okay, it's like a borrowed word, so it doesn't necessarily need to be explained. But it's basically katanaka. Like VTuber is just being katanaka VTuber, so it's not really like it doesn't need much explanation. It's just like the fact that it's a virtual YouTuber. That's basically it. Mhm.
I also wanted to ask, how did you type out the kanji? Do you have like do you have a keyboard setting for it, or did you? Oh, cool.
I actually have a Japanese Ayumi keyboard.
Oh, nice.
I don't want to like the segue or anything because
Yeah.
I feel like shy, but I'm just like gonna gloss over it so it doesn't take too much time. But you feel
Sure.
free to ask me questions as well.
Sure.
I used to work or not used, but I still do. I worked as a translator now, but I was formerly a Japanese language professor. I did talk to Pao about the whole thing,
Nice.
like the more in depth about that, but we will not. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
share where,
Yeah.
but basically around the mainland or like the main capital where I taught. Um, I'm kind of used to having or typing mostly in Japanese,
Oh, cool.
and mostly of my time I do speak, or like probably 80% of my time that isn't me doing oshikatsu, which is I will talk about later. Like that me when I'm talking about my oshis, like, oh, I love my oshis, blah, 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 blah. I usually I translate mostly documents.
Oh.
They're government or official documents, which is very, how would they say it? Like it's very shh kind of thing. Like it's a secret. Yeah, I can't. I'm unfortunately not allowed to say it, and it's
Yeah.
also like company related stuff. But there's also like very normal things such as translating a letter. I was like hired also to like to translate a web novel
Oh,
and like a
wow.
lot of things. Yeah, but it's normally
Nice.
like a fan translation, but I was paid to do so. So I'm kind of happy anyways.
That's awesome, though. That's
Yeah.
so awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, I will definitely share you also like other ways or extensions and other ways to maybe interact with Japanese VTubers better. But for now, if only when after the stream,
Sure.
if that's possible. Because like I'd like to share. I don't know. I like sharing languages. It's like it's so exciting, don't you think?
It
Like
is. It
even though
is.
it wasn't really a fate that I would continue being a professor, it's probably because like some people that don't actually share the same passion. Like I'm really glad that me and Pao has the same passion, but
Mm-hmm.
if it's like somebody who doesn't share the same, it's just like it shoots down your confidence as well. Like, okay, so I'm kind of like wasting my time. Like, I'm sharing
Yeah.
the things that I really want, and then you're just like, whatever. I guess like it's for
Yeah.
extra grade or extracurricular. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Like,
definitely what makes teaching so difficult is that like you have all this passion and then like if you're teaching like a big class or like a mainstream class or something like that and they're just not into it, then you're right, it kind of sucks out the energy, right? So it's nice to also either have this one-on-one time that we're doing right now or like you're with an audience that is there to see you, right? Which is why I like streaming a lot too. Is like, the people that are in chat, they're there to because they want to be there with you. So you have like an audience that is excited to hear from you. So yeah. But yeah, cool. So far we have VTuber, Chuba, Haishinsha,
and Haishinsha, and then we have Laiva and Tarento.
Tarento.
So Liver, I do know that people might misunderstood. Like I think even me, like when I was like starting in VTubing at least, like as a fan, Liver is actually derived from live streamer, like a live streamer, live
Mm-hmm.
streamer. But since it's too much word, like too much mucho words, so they just like make it a raiva,
Raiba.
and
Mm-mm.
it's actually used from another company called Nijisanji before because they wanted to actually differentiate the common because like VTubers actually in spirit is derived from the idol culture.
Mm-hmm.
The,
Mm-hmm.
although it's not intentional, like for us, me and Pau here, we're not really idols or anything, or maybe, but like
Unless.
unless, but like for they wanted to like separate it. Well, although it's not just now a coined term from Niji Sanji, but they basically use this term to differentiate as an idol VTuber to just a streaming VTuber like Araiba. So they're that's the point where they kind of like separated it. But so there's a difference between Raiva and then Tarento is from it's a term that carried over to the idol aspect of VTubing.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I said. Um,
Oh.
the VTubing aspect before, or at least the very early baby stages of VTubing, is they wanted to provide idol experience in a more, how would I say, like real time way when people are like dancing, because like as you see in Love Live or
Mm.
N Stars,
Yeah, yeah,
there's like
yeah.
a lot of like idols, you know, like they were like dancing on the stage, they're
Mm-hmm.
singing songs,
Singing.
they're
Mm-hmm.
trying to be cute, because some people are also not into flesh, I guess, like they don't really like IRL
Mm.
people, they're like not
Yeah.
that I like,
Mm-hmm.
but when they have 2D anime girls or men, depending on which one, I guess, that they're moving real time, acting, you know, as an idol to you, like currently right now they're like responding to you, they're being an idol, they're dancing, they're singing live, that's not like pre-recorded. That's basically what the difference between live and talent is, which is
Mm-hmm.
even
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm also like shocked because like, oh really, there's an actual difference between these two. I just thought that it's just like another, I mean it is, but it's the way that it was used before. And I finally
Oh.
understood the difference between, oh, it's araiba and talent are 全然違うだと思う. Like it's
Mm.
like that.
Mm-mm.
They're different,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
is, it's also like, oh, it's shocking,
It is.
but now I learned.
I didn't know either. I didn't know that there was. Well, I don't really hear the term liver that much, but since you said that it's more so like Niji Sanji that uses it, I guess no. I don't really watch their talents as much. Nothing against them, but yeah, I'm more familiar with like both indies, Hollow Live. So, it's interesting because yeah, that's because we're also delving into a little bit of like idol culture, like you said, and that is not necessarily like a Japanese term, but it is. I don't know. It's evolved. We keep talking about how terms evolve, and like before VTubers and like idol culture and stuff like that, idol used to just mean like something you worship, right? Sometimes it has like a negative connotation of like, oh, it's like a pagan idol. It's like something that you're not supposed to worship, but then idol culture became a thing in I want to say like East Asian nations, but like I remember hearing that like there's this theory, or people have said that like idol culture even started off really with like American boy bands and girl bands back in the 90s. I don't know how true that is, you know, but
Yes. Because I think most is because like before the whole idol thing, there were like bands and like people who dance like
Mhm.
Instinct. Remember
Yes,
Instinct?
of course.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
like but yeah, there was like before everybody had like this old thing where people just like dancing, doing like break dancing or just like having music videos, but like people probably wanted to be more, which is I'm gonna like delve into here because like I did add a lot
Mhm, mhm.
the terms here because like they wanted to be more a pure thing, see so, and then they wanted to like
Ah.
a more springy, youthful, and like more energetic in a way that it reminds them of youth kind of thing. At
Mhm.
least for some, it differs from what type of
Mhm.
idol group that that the company or either the group wants. There are actually idol groups who are more adult, which is still popular, but they're
Oh.
not like mainstream. But there's also like idols who are more into metal. There are other things that are, or just like idol that seems to be, you know, breaking the tropes kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
in general, the idol was meant to be like more cutesy, more youthful, more jumpy. That's why the
Mhm.
term say so became a thing. Like
Ah.
it's yeah.
Mhm, mhm. I'm also noticing in the
My organization tours.
I know, I was looking at the chat. Don't worry, chat. Even though we might not always be like reading out loud your messages, I'm definitely reading them, especially Whitehide's message about liver. So, and then I noticed when we were talking about
No,
like
because like
people not being into flesh, and then Fleshy was like, "Whoa." Don't worry, Fleshy. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, sorry, I
it's okay.
interrupted. Go for
This is a
it.
safe space. But like it's also like joked around because like a liver, and then people like, yeah, that's the organs. People make jokes like, oh yeah, the organs are like doing again organs.
The
Yeah, like the
organs. Oh my
livers are like,
gosh, the livers.
oh ah. But I guess this is more of like a joke that spans to the English side. I don't know. It does overlap with English and Japanese
Mm.
viewers, I guess, but it's the fact that they're actually jokes transcends both the like Japanese and English, that they actually like cross together if you actually like peer deeper. Like some
Mm.
behaviors are also the same, but there are just like terms that are very um exclusive, I
Yeah,
guess,
it
to
like reminds me of how Battle, for example, like he turned
Mhm.
the like the you know the term like taskaru, like, but everyone shortens it as like TSKR. So like he turned it into Tisker, right? And it's one of those like, oh,
Sure.
this is like an
Yeah.
advanced joke. Well, not advanced, but you know, it's a joke that evolved out of the language.
Oh my god. Hi.
Milky, hello, hello. Yeah, we just started yapping. I think another one is like it's not necessarily VTuber related, but it's the you know the old like the Gomen Nasari, you know the ones where you like
Sorry. Or like Sumimasorry.
Sumima sorry. I love that one. Sumima sorry, Gomen Nasari. But yeah, so those types of jokes too, it's almost like you have to like be in a culture or in a community where like they say enough Japanese words enough that you can make a joke out of it, you know, like oh it's like say sont, right? Like
Say some,
yeah,
yeah,
say
and then
sont, say
like
sont, naruho don't.
Naruto. Yeah, Naruto. Yeah, the grass kanji. We actually have that term. We
Yeah, we
actually have that
do.
term here.
We're gonna be
But
talking
we
about
were
it.
just like, going through the whole thing, which is now we are at the since we're talking about like the idol culture, we
Yeah.
have Oshi and
Mhm.
Kami Oshi.
Mhm. Mhm.
So Oshi is more like to push, to support. Because as I said, Oshisuru is to like to just push, like
Oshisuru.
in general. It's just like to
Mm.
push. But now like it's evolved, like I say, like Haishinsha and Haishin is like evolved into distribution of information to now Oshi to push this person to support. Because like okay, when you lean on somebody, or like if you want to like support somebody, something like you have to push them, like you have to push them to the right direction, or you just like want to push them to to your support kind of thing.
Mm.
It's also like similar to our terms, but like it's just like similar but not too similar in a way that's worded, but it's still something that we can relate, like, oh, we're leaning on support, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also like oshi. It's just like just regular oshi. It's
Mm.
just like to just like, oh, I support this person. Like for me, I oshi Axel. He's not my actual kami oshi, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because my actual kami oshi, you guys know it's Magni and Altair.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
so so I'm just like gonna talk about kami oshi. So kami oshi is your ultra super mega oshi, like literally
Mm-hmm.
somebody who you would do everything for, which is I will also talk about oshikatsu, which is oshikatsudo, which is also I would talk about the katsudo term from asakatsu. So uh uh oshikatsu is basically doing activities like supporting them on streams, sending super chats, making ita bags meaning
Mm.
painful bag, by the way,
Oh, from
because like it's very
Itai, yeah.
expensive, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So kami oshi is more like the thing the thing is for Japanese people, in even idol culture, kami oshis are just usually one person, but it's at this point that they allow that you could just like have more, but the very very spirit of kami oshi is like they're literally something like you would ride and die for,
A
like,
ride or die.
yeah, basically that's what kami oshi is. Like there's ultra mega my ultra favorite, like basically like that, like I think I would say how in what depth I would compare it to is like Swifties. Like
Mm.
they would fight for Taylor Swift.
Yes, yes, they would defend her to the death.
Like it's not in a negative way too. I do know like there's like a negative way to like that term, like, oh, Swifties or like Barbies or whatever, but like it's the fact that you're extremely intensely into this talent or liver that you just like, oh, I would do everything. Like my oshikatsu, every day I wake up, I think about Altair and Magni. Every day I want to brush my teeth, I think about like, oh, they should have like a Magni and Altair
Yeah.
toothbrush.
Or you're watching
Or like
like
a lot
a
of things.
music video and it's like I'm imagining my two Oshis in this music video.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're basically like on your head, it's always them.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's also like a term here I haven't added. There's also like dare demo daisuki.
Mm.
It's just like anyone. I'm okay with anyone. Like I have my oshis, but I'm okay with everyone. There's also like just a person who likes I'm gonna update this too. Um I'm gonna update this kami oshi. DD is more like dare demo daisuki. Dare demo daisuki.
Ah, I see, I see.
And
Oh,
then
don't worry about the picture. I can shift that over.
hako oshi. No, no, okay.
There you go.
Hako oshi. Hako oshi. Hako oshi is more like a box oshi. So it's more of like a group.
Oh.
Daridemo daisuki is more like, oh, I like everyone. Like I have like a lot of like, for example, I like people um from the album. I have oshis from album and I have oshis from other sides. But like I like everybody. Anybody is fine. Like, I
I
have
see,
an
I
oshi,
see.
but I like everybody. Hako oshi is more like I love everybody in the group. Like for example, I'm more of like a HQ Hako Oshi, for example. Like I like
Mm-hmm.
everybody from HQ.
Same.
So, so that's the term. Like there's a lot more of them in terms of like the Oshi terminology, but basically these terms derive from the idol culture itself. Like there are a lot of Hako Oshi. There's a lot of like people who are like Kami Oshi, but now that it kind of like shares through the VTuber talents, it's now like we just adopted it.
Yeah, and it makes sense too, because like I'm also a Hakaoshi for HQ, right? And like the
Mm-hmm.
Matthew was asking like, is that a term for fans of a whole corporation's roster? It sounds like it's more of like it can be, but like in the case of me and Lambda saying that we're HQ Hakaoshi, it could also be like a group, right? Is that, am I understanding it correctly?
For example, like you are a fan of VG itself. Like the vanguards like Betel,
Mm-hmm.
Leon, Shinri, and Haka. These four people are your Oshis because like they're the group,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
exclusively the group.
Yeah.
Because because like you could also like, I guess it depends on like the extent that you want to use it, because that's the point of like, whereas like it depends on like how much you emphasize it. For me, like I said, there's like only one Kami Oshis really, but for me I wanted two because I'm both diehard for Altair and Magni. It depends on
Mm.
the extent of your affection for that specific group, for example. Like,
Mm-mm.
or there's also like we could make it a bit more like larger, that you really like the whole Stars EN branch in
Yeah,
general,
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
but you're not really familiar with JP Stars. Like, it's not like in a negative way, it's more like, I just prefer this group in general, like these are my group. So
Yeah.
that's basically it. hmm
Yeah,
I do know
exactly.
that it may be confusing. It may be confusing, especially like it blurs the other thing. For example, Dare Demo Daisuki is like, maybe you might confuse it with Hakuoshi, but Hakuoshi is just that specific group, like the group of that company,
Ah,
or
I
just like
see.
in general. Like, I would say, if you if you're a Hakuoshi of like HQ, VG, or just like EN, then that's like, it's this group, particular group of that
Yeah.
um talents basically. Or and then if you go to like to the other group, for example, like, I like Gale from Avalon, or Avalon.
Yeah.
How do you say it? Avalon?
Avalum? Does it end with like a UM? I think it was Avalum or
Yeah,
Avalum. Yeah.
yeah, something like that. And then you're just like starting to like everybody. For me,
Yeah.
I could be a DD, but mostly I'm more into really Altarian Magni. Like, they're really like someone that I would like. Hell, I mean, my model in general, like my my VTuber model is like a mix of them, of their traits.
Mhm. Mhm.
So like, the extent of my my dedication is to that extent. So yeah, Avalon. Okay, yeah, because like I
Mm.
do like. I actually watched Roscoe because like I got really
Oh, Roscoe Graves,
you know
right?
I got really curious. Yeah, I was curious because like every like the Holo Stars have been collabing with them. I'm like, ooh, I want to know
Right?
what's up.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Roscoe has such a banger intro music from his debut. I'm like, wait, what music is that? I need to know.
Oh, I should check
Like,
them
I
out.
don't know.
Mhm.
They're all out of like people, so you don't have to be ashamed for liking other talents or other company, because like it's really up to you. It's You're the one who's doing the oshikatsu activities, like it's
Mhm.
you who's doing this, so it shouldn't really um I guess I would say take it too hard, I guess. Like, and people are like, oh well, I don't want to like do that. It's just I will actually gloss over um because like it's gonna be up to Pao if they want to talk about it more in depth, because like it's very complicated in a way. Like, it's in a deeper spectrum of the actual oshi and idol culture, which is dotan kyohi.
Oh,
Dotan kyohi
Dotang
is like,
Kyuhi.
I don't want to share with this oshi, for example. Like, you
Oh,
are
interesting.
you sharing with my oshi? You no, go away, like, kind of thing. But there's
Ah,
also like, mhm,
interesting.
there's also like kange, was it kange, dotan kange, which is
Dotang Kange.
sharing is fine. I think most of us, at least in the English spectrum,
Yeah.
is we're more like welcoming to sharing our oshis, right? I don't think
Yeah,
some of people are
I
dotan
saw
kyohi.
on Twitter, right, that there was I didn't see it myself, but I heard that like people were like, "Oh, like you guys are sharing your like you don't have just one Oshi, you have multiple like that."
Yeah,
Like
and there are like also people who are like, I don't want to talk to people who are sharing with my oshi, because like I don't just wanna kind of thing. Like, I do know
ah,
that
I
it
see.
sounds kind of bad. I do know that sometimes it sounds kind of bad, because like, oh, so you're just gonna like block anyone who just like who likes your oshi, kind of thing. But it's more like some people, at least I thought, even me, I was kind of a bit ignorant about it, because like maybe, they don't probably have talk about the other fandoms, maybe because like I was very also innocent at the time. Like, I didn't understand what dotan kyuhi really, like some of them can be bad, but some of them also good, because like some fandoms are a bit toxic,
Mhm. Mhm.
so they
Definitely.
kind of
Mhm.
like avoid. they kind of avoid other people. Like, oh nah, no thanks.
I
But
see.
that's yeah, but that's more like depends. But they're all like I said. There's like good dotankui who just wants to be left alone from other fandoms. Like they don't want to like talk to the fandom itself. They just want to be left alone. And there's also like the Yume side of the
Yeah, which
Tankyohi.
is one of the next terms that we're talking about, right?
Yeah. So so Yumejo or Yumejin. Okay, if you're a non-binary like me, you can also like use the term Yumejin, which is
Ah,
Yume person. Like here, I'm gonna put
sure,
some of the term here.
sure, sure.
Yumejo
That's cool too.
and
That's cool that there's also like non-binary terms because I know like Jean, like you said, is
mhm,
person, right?
mhm.
Oh yeah, because like Joe is or Joe is for woman, Jean is for person.
Yeah,
Is
woman is
mhm.
but it's more like in general, I guess. But for me, I actually am also like happy that oh they actually have their own term like Yumejo, Yumedan, and then there's Yumejin
Yumedan.
as well. Mm-hmm. Yumedan is like Yume Danshi, like the
Yeah.
a dream boy. They dream about their Oshi. It's not all Yume jeans are romantic. Me, I'm not a romantic Yume. I'm more of like a platonic one. I think most
Ah,
of
I
my
see.
moods know that I just want to be a little baby, you know.
Yummy
Yume
Danshi. That's what Milky
Yume
put
Danshi
me.
Danshi
Danshi.
Danshi. But Danshi in general is just like men. But like
Mm.
okay,
And I see on the
Yume
kanji,
jean,
I recognize the kanji too because the yume part is specifically the one for dream,
the
right?
dream.
Mm-hmm. And then the second kanji, this one is this jo for woman,
Yeah, yeah.
dan for man, and then jean for person. So it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. A lot of it makes sense, and it's cool that
Okay,
they
let me
have
just like
these terms. Mm-hmm. Go for it.
this is also applicable to Fujoshi as well, but it's just like it's like the same term, but just like change it to the Fujo, which is dirty,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
because
Is
they're like talking about like homosexual stuff is like oh this kind of like prohibited,
yeah, yeah.
unclean, rotten, kind of
Which
like
is
that, you know.
because like I heard yeah dirty woman. I heard the translation like sick. You're sick, you know. Like I've heard that as a translation as well. Fujo.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that we
You
usually we shorten it to or at least in like the English speaking fandom, we shorten it to either Yume or Fujo, but
mm-hmm.
the fuller words are like Fujoshi, Yumejo, Yumedan, Yume,
Mm-hmm.
like all of that. So, yeah, it is always interesting because like I'm more on like the more on the Fujo side of things, but it's also like you gotta respect also the Yume. What's it about like fandoms need like the both parts, right? The Fujos and the Yumes. We got a handshake emote together to keep the fandom
But
alive.
guys, I'm gonna talk about how Fujoshi is actually. I guess it's a thing that happened also both in Star Trek. I guess like the old one, the Sprock,
Oh.
and what was that like? The most popular ship back before like in Star Trek. I forgot, but
Oh, I'm the wrong
basically,
person to ask. I
because
don't
like
know.
I'm not really into like Star Trek, but I will just like talk about it in the more Japanese, right? It's because Sprock. Okay, thank you so much, Fishy.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
basically, some series have been saved by Fujos themselves. So I think you guys know about like the Gundam or Sentei, right? Like the more popular mechas,
Mm-hmm.
the Sentei, the one who just like the Power Rangers part
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Kamen Rider.
Mm-hmm.
So like they actually saved some specific series from not um from blooming at all because like they were at the verge of like shutting some series down, but some fujos
Ah.
actually start making merchandise, fan fiction, other things that it may kind of seem it may familiar to the point that it started to pick up more from the men's side. That's why like when people are like saying like, oh well, Fujas are kind of like lame, gay, we're like, no, shut up, because
We're
like
the
without them
reason.
you wouldn't have it. Yeah,
Exactly,
because like
we're the
people also like,
reason.
yeah, and there's also like people, I think, just like men in general who knew like the history of like, especially mecha. I think, was it the mecha ones that they kind of like saved? I think Gundam, was it? Gundam was the one
Yeah,
that
that's
was
what
got saved
Matthew's saying in
from
the
Fujo.
chat. That Fujos kept
Yeah.
Gundam alive? Mm.
Yo,
Yo,
we will save you
save
out of
you.
it's the mercy meme. Like, I shall save you,
Yeah, it
dying
is.
series. Like, it is like, it's so funny because like I think people, especially with Yumejin and Fujins, they're like, you know, being perceived in a negative light because, you know, we're delving in a activities that people might seem, you know, negative or just like weird in any way. But we put so much work into our oshis, or just like in general, or like our ships or our oshis. We buy so much merch, like, you know,
Exactly.
oshikatsu. Here, I'm gonna show you guys oshikatsu. So oshikatsu is like oshikatsudo, which is from oshi activities. I'm just gonna write it here.
Mega Bronson, did I just hear an Overwatch reference? You sure did, buddy. Let's take
Yes,
Yaoi
you did.
together. Yes, you did.
Yeah, let me just like type it.
Sure.
Katsu.
Feel free. I said it so that no matter how much we type, it's not gonna bleed off the page. I like
Okay,
this
good.
person.
So it's gonna be back to the oshi, I guess, like oshikatsu. I'm just like
Ah,
gonna,
yes, like chicken katsu. I understand. I'm just
yes,
kidding.
chicken katsu. Yes. So oshikatsu derives from oshi, like, you know, oshi, like,
Yeah.
and then
Oshisuru.
katsu is from katsudo, which is activity. So this is like the
Ah.
actual word for activity. So in case like you guys wanna know katsudo te nani, so like this is an activity, like an actual activity. Like
Chat's getting hungry.
oshikatsu.
Chat's getting hungry.
Oh my gosh. Go get your pork katsu for me. I can't eat pork because I had red meat allergies, but oshikatsu is like oshi activities. So oshikatsu is more like, the thing is, when you're watching streams talking about your oshi, just basically doing a lot of like fandom for us, right? We
Mm.
call them contributions to the fandom.
Mm-hmm.
But to Japanese terminology, it's called oshikatsu, which is you buying merchandise, making ita bags, making dolls, anything that has to do with like supporting your oshi. It's called oshikatsu.
Ah,
But
okay.
most of the time, oshikatsu, at least for the more popularized term, or at least they're mostly overused when they're talking about like the shrines or the ita bags. That's
Mm-hmm.
what they call like oshikatsu. But in general, oshikatsu is just like activities of like supporting your oshi. So don't feel bad if you can't afford an ita bag, or you can't afford like an actual freaking room decked with all the face of your oshi. Like, literally, how much are those?
I know the people that buy like multiple like versions of like the same merch to make their shrine or their Etha bag. It's very admirable, but it's also like I don't have that kind of money.
Right, because like, oh my gosh, that's also the thing with idols. Actually, it's another, yes, an idol term in the idol industry that carried over to the VTubing. So oshikatsu as an idol is even more extreme. Like, I think it's more amplified because like they buy a lot like sticks, they buy like multiple tickets, but they just like one person, but they buy multiple tickets to support their oshi, and then they're buying like physical CDs. Like, I've seen
Mm-hmm.
people, my friends themselves, who were into AKB48,
Oh my
bought
gosh.
so much CDs. Like, I think they bought like 15 to like 20 CDs. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
なんでそんなにいる、必要なの? And then they're like, そうだよ. And they're like, 本当になんか、やりすぎじゃないんですか? And they're like, yeah. 普通だよ、こんな. Like, what do you mean it's normal?
I can't believe that. Like, especially with like for anyone in chat that doesn't know like AKB48, like they literally have, is it 48? Like
Yeah,
I don't.
AKB48, like it's like a big group of girls that they do dance, it's like similar to now younger folks here that's listening who'd never even seen Morning Musume or AKB
Oh my god, Morning Musume mentioned. No way. No way. I freaking miss Morning Musume. Like, do people know that the opening for Chainsaw Man, the part where it's like Doryok, Mirai, a beautiful start, like that's from Morning Musume? Do people know? I'm sorry, I was just like Morning Musume mentioned. Holy crap, holy.
because like it's appropriate because like that's how intense people are. Like when they support idols, it's very intense activity. That's why like they have the term oshikatsudo, which is for us we don't have that intensity. Maybe you could see oshikatsu in a way. I could relate it to Barbies and Swifties who would push a lot, or it's just like K-pop, I guess. Like K-popers put a lot of like fan cams,
Mm-hmm.
etc. It's a more different kind of like oshikatsu because like I don't think Japanese people would do fan cams. It's just the
Oh.
fact that they do ita bags. They do ita bags and then they basically deck their whole entire car. Itasha, even
The
Itasha.
Itasha.
It's
That's right.
like they have their car. Okay, so the people who don't know, Itasha is actually a car that they deck with their Oshi's freaking face.
I could show them an example real quick, but it'll make you disappear for a second. It's the one in the recess. It's the one in the when we're out at recess. The Itasha is the one with the little anime girl. So let's go back to class. That's what an Itasha is. Hi Shiopi. I also miss beeplebees. Hello beeplebees.
Oh
But
my god! Shoppers! Hi, Shopee.
yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it. Like, they have a lot of, like, Oshi ways to support their Oshi. It can be intense, but it can be, like, as minimal as just, like, we're just, like, watching lurkers, basically. Which is,
Mm.
I have to actually put it here. So, in Japanese people, we call ourselves, like, chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
We call ourselves chat in English. Like, oh, chat, or
What do we think of this chat?
watchers.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think of this chat? So, for Japanese people, or at least Japanese VTubers, they call their viewers as Risana Tachi. Risana-san.
Oh.
So Risana is like listener. It's
Oh,
just listener,
Risana.
Risana.
Mm.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna put it here. Risuna.
Ah.
Listener. Risuna.
Also, hello, Hanel. Hello. Risana. So you guys are Risana.
Ayun.
Risana.
Risana Santachi. So that's like everyone like who's
Mm.
currently watching. So the reason why it's called Risana is, like I said, the term Haishin is actually like a broadcast, right? So because it's a broadcast, they call listeners as like people who is currently listening to the radio. But
Mm-hmm.
obviously, we're literally watching. They can also say viewer, but it's very commonly used that every single people watching your stream is called your listener because like it's like I was like a carried on tradition of like and words in general, like it formed that way. It carried over to like the high scene to being broadcast and then listener, like the people listening to the radio, because like in Japan, before the whole shebang of like YouTube popping off or um streaming services like Netflix, everything,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
actually have TV and radio programs that they listen every single night.
Oh. Mm-mm-mm.
It's actually, if you guys want an actual I guess example, if you watch Lucky Star, there is a
Ah.
segment where Onata was actually listening to the radio where their seiyu or the voice actors were having a podcast in the radio. And in that podcast, you can actually send fan letters or
Oh.
illustrations to that specific radio station, and then your seiyu or the hosts will read it out loud. For example, I would say me and Paul right now, and then you send us like some sort of like fan letters if we were like accepting fan letters, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is a message from blah 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 blah. So da 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 da, and then, so that's basically people who are tuning into that podcast are listeners. So it carried over from Haishincha, like the Haishin to
Mm-hmm.
the to the now streaming. Because like I guess in a way most streams are kind of like a podcast, especially during
Yeah.
Zatsudan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's such a good
So
point. Yeah, of how it kind of
hmm,
developed from that. Yeah.
that's why like I was like so excited, like oh like we were talking about like before the stream started, like how much words evolve for the sake of like the the terms now that we
Yeah.
usually use, right?
Yeah, there's
It's to
like
adapt to
it
it.
it reminds me of there's this man well all languages are man-made I guess, but there's this like I guess newer language called Tokipona, which is like it's a language made to just be very concise. Like there's only like I don't know, less than 100 words or something, but all other words are made from the words that already exist. So instead of saying like I don't know, like a car, you would just say like wheel I don't know, metal, wheel metal instead of saying car. And that's something that it reminds me of that because like I think just naturally languages do that. Like we already kind of repurpose certain words for things for new concepts basically because like I was even thinking about like well in English where does even the word stream like come from, you know, like live stream, like streamer, right? So that's it's funny because I was also watching a South Park episode where they were like making puns out of it. But it's interesting to see how it happens in other languages, right? Because to go from like risana or risna and haishinsha, all of those, it all makes sense in hindsight.
Yeah. Like like it's also funny too. Like if we go at least for the casual lingo, you would see like how much funny it is. Like the more like they actually use specific terms to like use as a way to express other like words. I guess I would say. I don't know. It's just like fun for me
Mm.
personally. Okay, so oh sorry.
Oh,
Let's
and
see.
Flesh, he said, Vietwords penguins are amputated wingbird, sharks are fat fish, and crocodiles are ugly fish. Exactly like that. Like, a lot of languages do that. Poor crocodiles. Poor guys.
Oh my gosh, crocodiles. I think there's also like other terms, right? Like I forgot. I'm like trying to like think of like terms for now. Like on the top of my head, I can't remember. But there's also like some terms that's like
I,
a
I,
mix of both. That's like funny, but it's like wait, hold on.
I
Like
know
it's like
that I think
I
Russians
forgot.
call ladybugs something. It's like God's cow or something like that. Like,
Oh my god, that's so cute.
right? It's God's cow. But also, like, where did they get that from?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Mm.
I don't know, just like the words being like used and evolving to something in a like to express in a different term is like so interesting. Not gonna like it's such a fascinating discovery of like what you know what language can go like if there's nothing to describe it with, they can just like use like an existing term to make it like as a way to like use it modernly or
Mm-hmm.
just like in
Mm-hmm.
general.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Makes
Also,
sense.
we are now to the supacha. Supacha is like super chat. It's just like a
Mm.
borrowed word. Like it's just like and then akasupa. Akasupa is like
Akasupa.
akai supa, like the red super chat, like akai. From the word akai, hold on, akai, aka. You can just like say aka. This is like the red akai or just like red akai.
There we go.
Akasupa.
Akasupa.
Supa, just like yeah, just like a red super chat. So supacha, spacha. The thing is like some words, for example, like you hear me say liver, like liva,
Raiva.
raiva,
Mm-hmm.
and then talento, like talent,
Mm-hmm.
talento. And then for this one, it's like spacha. It's like super chat because like super chato is like so much word.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just like say spacha, it's like oh see, you can just like say
Yeah.
spacha.
It's like a
And
loan
then
word.
akasupa,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like a loan word, but also like they just shorten it, like spacha,
Spacha.
because like you can just like say super chato. But that's so much like super chato arigato or like spacha
Mm.
arigato. See, like, they can just like shorten it. So that's basically the mostly common like super chat reading also is like spacha zatsudan or something. It depends because I never really saw at least in the Japanese VTuber, I haven't really seen, or at least from my current list of like people who I watch in Japanese, I didn't see them having like a super chat reading. Like
Mm-hmm.
from a prior stream, I do see them reading super chats during their stream, but not before or like an old stream. I
Yeah.
guess it's like an English exclusive thing,
Yeah, I think I've
I would say.
seen my one like Japanese speaking Oshi is Jufute Raden from Regloss,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she did a super chat reading stream, but I think it was because it was something like an anniversary, or it was a big one where like she couldn't read it on stream. So it might be something that like even though it's more popularized in like English, in the English like fandom, or sorry, English like streamers, um maybe I think on special occasions. I just know that I've seen like Radin do one super chat reading.
Yeah, but it's rare, right? Because like it's a lot of
Ah,
like
it's rare.
it's a lot of like it's like a lot of things to do, especially like regular indie Japanese YouTubers. They don't get that much spot shot to begin with, so
Ah,
just
I
like
see.
oh well, yeah.
And
So
one thing I want to bring up too for any chat
mhm.
members who aren't aware, with Japanese, sometimes the "you" in Japanese words, it's not like you kind of say it so fast that it's almost silent, right? Like same with the "o" at the end of some like "do," like I think super chatto, like that one is also said kind of quickly, right? Like sometimes the "you" and certain vowels are just said so quickly that they almost become silent. But I don't know. Am I
Yeah,
right in saying that?
yeah. For example, それなのです。Like that's right. Like それなのです。You see that this
No, the des.
is
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
this.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also people who emphasize that 違うなのです. Like it's like
Ah.
no. It depends on the usage too. Like いいです。いいです。
Mm-hmm.
結構です. Like, see, like it's just like the U is more like silent. It depends, but there's also like people who would emphasize it, like そうなのです。やめてよ. Like something
Mm-hmm.
like that. It depends on like how you use it. Like because mostly all the time you is just slip through. Like when you say like そうです。
Mm-hmm.
本当なのです. Like something like it's just like this. But there are also like people emphasizing it when they're like pissed or it's like
Yeah.
そうですか? Like something like that. It depends on the usage.
Yeah. 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 Ah, understood. Oh yeah. So Matthew snoozed an ad. So maybe for the next one, we can give them a little bit of a recess break. But I'll let you know when it's coming.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. So also because like I need to get some water too. I
Yeah.
need to hydrate
You've
too.
been talking a lot. Yeah. You've been educating us so much.
It's like so nice because like when I talk about like Japanese in general,
Mm-hmm.
is not a lot of, or rather not a lot of people don't know where they are in terms of like
Mm-hmm.
their progress. Like I could teach the basics of like katakana and hiragana, but like oh I already know that. And then okay, well where are you at now then? Because
Ah.
like they don't know because they haven't measured themselves because like some of them are they know about like terminologies from anime, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a mix. It's a mix mosh of like knowing complex terms like chikara or like or like it is like the terms like yada yada does it or
Yeah,
like
yeah. Or naruhodo.
naruhodo or like or just like they could say otori wa doko desu ka or like like
Like
eigo
doko.
jozu de nihongo jozu desu
Josu.
ne or like something like that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
when you get like the nihongo jozu desu ne or like oh shit I need to get more better. But there was like a 何年から日本語を勉強したの? Like how many years have you studied Japanese? And then oh yes I got it now. Yes. Yes. I'm a passing I can pass.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Instead of
can
just
pass.
oh nihongo josu desu ne.
Yeah, they're like I mean they don't mean it in a bad way. They're just like oh okay. I
Yeah.
guess they would call you cute, I would say. I even I think Eri-san, we had a chat with Eri. She is a Japanese simp, but I'm like you can express yourself in a vivid way in Japanese. You almost sound like a native, and I'm like, it's because like I have a mix. It's like this, okay. The thing with Japanese people is they're very it's not in a conservative way that is bad, but more like their thoughts are very to themselves. I would say let's add it into the bonus, I guess. Like I put it in the bonus here, like
Mm.
honno and tatemae. Honno is like your true thoughts. Like I would
Oh,
say,
okay.
like fuck this bitch, like fuck this damn bitch, like, why is it here? And then your tatemae is like to the one in front of you, or like
Oh, what
your
you...
outward personality. I would say like, yes, thank you so much. I would appreciate it. You know, yes, yes, thank you, thank you. And
Yeah,
then like
yeah.
your honno is like fucking bitch. Like, I can't believe this
Your
bitch is
inner
like talking to me.
voice.
Yeah, like that. So like Honna and Tatemae is like a very common in terms of like Japanese people. So they keep their thoughts to themselves, and they try to like be outwardly polite. That's why people think so, oh, Japanese people are polite. Yes, they are outwardly polite. Not in a bad way. They don't mean it in a negative way. It's just like in their culture to be polite.
Yeah.
Because people like, oh well, they're probably like trying to hide to be polite, but they're actually nasty. It's not like that. I think all of us have honno and tatemae. We could
Yeah.
be polite to people that we know, but
Yeah.
sometimes we're like, for me personally, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna gloss. Like for example, for workers, for example, like for work, so example, like I was working with my team lead for um call center agent. Like he's a good guy, but he's a bit of a he has a prickly personality, and I'm kind of like polite to
Ah.
him, but I'm also like, yeah, because like you excuse somebody who went to your like team building, who you were like drinking with, but you were upset that I was absent because like I had a throat problem.
Oh,
Sheesh.
jeez. Mm.
But obviously I didn't say that to him. It's like I'm trying to be polite because like,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like you're polite in that specific situation. So that's also like, it's not exclusively just in a Japanese way, but it's just like they have their own terms to describe it, basically, like your inner voice and then your more outward personality. Like you're more
Ah.
polite, you're kind, and you don't want to like create a fight, for example. Like you just like you keep your thoughts to yourself, basically, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. It makes sense. Oh, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
there is an ad break coming in less than 20 seconds. Do you want to take that to get a sip of water or
Mm-hmm.
take a rest?
I'll be yeah. I'll be back, and I'm gonna go get some water. Okay,
Sure, sure,
I'm gonna
sure.
mute.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, Babine Cubs, go ahead and you guys are free to you guys know what an itasha is now, so you guys can chill with the itasha. I'm gonna pet Schnackery. I don't know if you guys heard, but he's meowing. So I think the ad break should be starting soon, and we'll be back after that. Welcome back, Babine Cubs. Welcome back, Babine Cubs. At least I think you guys are back. Oh, and Nyanda's back as well. Sure, no worries, no worries. Let me catch up on chat. The Babinkums were just chilling. They're still in the backyard. I mean the PE field. They're eating the itasha. So, beeplebees said, yeah. Let me go back to the main room. So let's see. I heard Schnackery and thought that my cat was. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys heard it, but Schnackery's meowing. He wants attention, but he's chilling now. My kitty cat. Shopie's farting. Okay, Shopie's dancing. Time for some tasty metal. Fleshy was dancing too. Don't worry, I didn't siphon any gas or steal any catalytic converters this time. What are the implications there? Recommend should leave a Digimon style pink. No, it shouldn't. Well, I don't know how to program that, but one of these days. But alright, yeah. Whenever you want to get back into it, unless you want to, if you need more of a break to add anything to the slides, no worries. But otherwise, the folks.
The one that we talked earlier. Yep.
Cool.
How do you reduce the text size? I kind of forgot.
Oh, it's like a weird thing where,
there we go.
Yeah, you can click where it says like auto fit. Here, shrink text on overflow. I think that should be the one. Is that what I did here? Yeah. Nice. Ah, I see. I've moved on to swapping headlight bulbs with random colored bulbs. So now it's just pranks, Weidheit. I see. So desu ne.
I see. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hope you guys had a good break.
Mm-hmm.
I got some water. Yep.
Some water. Some water. So let's see, where did we leave off? We talked about Supacha, Akasupa.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on Haishin when we talked about Haishinsha.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go off Mengen, or was there something else you wanted to say with any of the other words?
All right. This is like hold on, delivery. Right, this delivery. Hi. That's how you read. It's hi. It's like delivery, and then cha. Hi, shin, like shinjitsu, like truth. It's just like how it's read.
Ah, and altogether it means stream.
Nice. It's a stream or just like broadcast delivery. Yeah.
Nice.
And then, okay, are you ready, guys?
Yeah.
Are you ready to move on to another one?
I think
okay, so we have Mengen, Memba Gente. So Mengen is, you hear this especially if you're watching Holostars JP. Like Mengen is like a membership stream, like Mengen. So Mengen is like Memba Gente. So Gente is like limited. Like literally, like it's restricted. Means. So if you combine the Mengen, it's like short to Memba, like the word Memba, Gente. So it becomes Mengen. It's really cool, right? Mengen.
Yeah. Mengen.
So that's why, like, if you see like a Mengen Haishin, like a membership stream, then it's called Mengen Haishin.
Haishin. Oh, so, Mengen Haishin. Yeah. Ah, combining our vocab.
So because like also if you are in the Discord as well, if you're in fan chords, you can see a bot called Gente.
Which is
membership. Yeah.
Yeah. When I always wondered what that meant. Now I know.
Gente means limited or restricted.
I see.
Limited, restricted.
And Cielo said in the chat, there's a lot of portmanteaus in Japanese. Yeah, a lot of like combined words, right?
A lot. Like it's because like I said, if they have nothing else to describe it with, they just like squish new words together or just like reuse a word that oftenly used, but they want to like evolve it. Like for example, like Haishin. Haishin is more like distribution or like delivery of broadcast, but they just finally like change it to streaming itself. So that's why Haishin is just like that.
Haishin. Mengen Haishin. So a membership stream. Nice. Cool. Portmanteaus.
So now that you guys know, if you do see Mengen Haishin or hear Mengen, now you guys know what they meant. That they're talking about membership streams. And usually JP only fans who are also English speakers, they would say, "Oh, wait, we had it in the Mengen stream," or like, "Oh, it's a Mengen." I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
Ah, I see, I see. Now we know. Now we know.
Now you know. Yes, yes. So okay, and then we go to Zatsudan. Hold on, let me just like type it in real quick because like I should have typed it in
It's
before.
okay.
Okay. Zatsudan. Zatsudan is like chat or just like idle talk. You know, like just chatter, I guess.
Like those just chatting streams. And I feel like I wouldn't have really known what they were if it weren't for first of all Hollow Tempest, but like Vesper in particular, that was like his jam, right? Was Zatsudan's. Zatsu Daniels. Or as Magni would say, Zatsudon.
Like it's so cute because like Zatsu is like okay, so the word hold on, the word Zatsudan is like it's kind of from the word Zatsu itself. It's like Zatsu. Zatsu is like crude or just like something, you know, like just
Oh.
something
Like
else,
chit
like
chat?
idle. Because like yeah, like chit chat. For example, like Zatsudan itself is called chit chat, but Zatsu is just like rough or crude, like just like something rough or crude.
Ah, like unrefined, I guess.
Yeah, unrefined, crude. And then for Dan, as you can see here, Dan is actually more of like I guess it's like just like another word for talking.
Ah, okay.
It's like another word for talking or just like interview. At least from usual term, it's just like an interview, but usually it's just another word for talk.
Ah,
So I'll just
okay.
like put talk.
So
I
rough
can also see
talk.
here, yeah, rough talk. So it's like
Oh,
Zatsudan. It's like
like
idle chatter. See?
yeah, like I guess I get it with like unrefined. Like you're not necessarily. It's not like a presentation where you prepared everything beforehand. It's really just like you're going off of like what the audience is saying, and you're just kind of. It's like a casual, like you said, casual chit chat. Yeah, like no plan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's like it's interesting how most of these are just like squished together. It's just like Zatsudan.
Yeah.
It's like a talk. So now you know that it's like oh, it's not how it's like. It's just like rough or just like idle chatter, just like nonsense. Basically, it's like nonsense talk.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Zatsudan is. I think now that English livers or talents have been using Zatsudan as like as a relative to like to say oh it's just a free chat or free talk, like it's just like chattering doing nonsense like for us right now, although this is like an educational thought, this is also like Zatsudan in a way because like we're just like mostly going through the things that maybe some people already knew, but it's still something that maybe you know maybe they want to know how to like divide the kanjis, and then like why is it called like that anyways,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what Zatsudan is. So if you're like Zatsudan, and Don is like a bowl. Zatsudan, like meaningless bowl. I mean, to be
Yeah,
fair, it's also like
Zatsudo.
applicable. It's like a meaningless bowl of nonsense talk. I
That's
guess. Like I mean, it's cute.
you
I would
just
say
mix everything in there in the bowl in the
yeah,
Zatsudon.
yeah. So I do know that it's kind of like oh you're kind of being funny. I guess like for Magni, but for if I was like a Japanese speaker, I would think Magni is adorable for doing that. Like, oh, you mistook us as a don, like as a
Yeah.
bowl, a meaningless bowl of like talk. Well,
Yummy
I mean, it's still
Zatsudon.
cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yummy Zatsu Zatsu Daniel.
Yeah, Zatsu
I just
Daniel.
okay, and now we are moving to Asakatsu. Okay, so anybody here who has followed a Japanese VTuber have seen Ohayo VTuber or Asakatsu Haishin? Any one of you
Mm.
guys? Anyone?
Yeah, anyone in chat?
It's
Anyone?
okay.
Because I
Yeah.
don't.
Because if you don't, then yes, it's a very exclusive to JP VTubers
Ah.
or just like indie. Because like Asakatsu is not often used, at least for me in my experience. I've been trying to like watch Korone and Okayu. They
Oh.
don't really like say it's just like Asazatsudan or like something. But Asakatsu is like morning activities. As we already know, right? I taught you guys what katsudo means, which is to just like an activity. Asakatsu is more like morning activities.
Ah, okay. And you said that it can be often a morning zatsu, but it's not necessarily always a morning zatsu.
Yeah, it's more like ohayo minna, like blah blah blah. They're starting to work, and then usually some of them are like having, not all by the way, not all, but some of them also have breakfast during the stream, and they're like
Oh.
talking to this to the chat. That's why it's more like a morning zatsu thing. But there's also
Oh.
like asakatsu where they want to do like some stretches also, but that's mostly if they want to, I would say. But most of the asakatsu is just them talking to the chat as a morning, a morning routine.
I see, I see. That's pretty neat.
Okay.
That's such a cute idea too of like just waking up with your chat, or in the case of chat, waking up with your favorite Oshi, right? With your Kami Oshi. It's cute.
And I guess it's like a more bonding thing.
Ah.
And morning, Ohayo VTuber for the VTube, for the ones who are not really familiar with Japanese VTubing. Ohayo VTuber is like every morning, a VTuber usually tweets or in their member, I guess what you call that, the community post, I guess, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
In yeah, so they greet their listeners, I guess, with a drawing of them doing something like "Good morning, guys. It's just morning. I just woke up." I think you can see Ohio VTuber, I guess, but not really putting it there that it's an Ohio VTuber post, but it's just basically what the regloss usually do every morning.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
They do have like some art, plus they're like, "Good morning, guys. I just woke up." There's also like that, but directly
Oh,
quoting
okay.
Ohio VTuber itself is just indie VTubers directly quoting it. But Asakatsu and Ohio VTuber is basically something that most Japanese VTuber usually do
I
themselves, because
see.
I haven't seen
Mm.
anyone, or at least in even indie, who are English doing morning routines like Asakatsu streams. I don't think so, but I'm sure that they do have morning Zatsudan, but not exactly like saying Asakatsu themselves. But you can see this term, Asakatsu, you can see this term in booth when you're looking for a thumbnail. It's that often that it's only exclusive to Japanese VTubers doing Asakatsu streams. So yeah, that's why I have to like put it out there, like what the heck is Asakatsu? And then you eventually like stumble upon it, so you guys probably know now what
Yeah.
asakatsu means.
No, this is super helpful because like it at first I was like, what I was a little confused, like, oh, like does it always have to be like a morning zatsu or like a morning stream? But it also sounds like it could also just be like a post, right? Like a good morning, here's what I was eating for breakfast. Does that count as asakatsu?
Yeah, it's them like talking, oh yeah, I'm just eating breakfast right now, and then there's like chatting and like, oh yeah, it's mostly
Ah.
just in general they're sharing their morning activities to you as a listener, basically.
Oh, I see, I see. Nice. That is such a cute idea, right? It's so cute. I wish I could do
Like
something like that, but I usually work first thing in the morning. So
exactly, it's I guess I kind of like respect them. Okay, I'm just like gonna add here katsudo here. This is like so I can add here from the word katsudo also here. I think we could like put it here at the bottom. It's not really a VTuber lingo, but it's just like katsudo here, katsudo. There we go. Katsudo activities. There we go. So yeah, that's basically me putting katsudo, so you guys know the term here, katsudo, and then asakatsu. It's not the katsu that you guys think, okay?
yeah,
Like not the wind katsu, not the katsu, the chicken katsu. No, but
the yummy
I'm kind of hungry
katsu.
too. I want katsu. Well, I've been
Ah,
trying to
good to
kind.
know.
Oh, I just saw like Saku said I've been trying to kind of do that in my Discord. I mean, if
Mm,
you want to actually, because like asakatsu is, I think it's a cute way to bond with your
I
viewers.
think so
I
too.
think,
Yeah,
but it's like a lot of I would say it's like a lot of like work, especially if you have like a job during daytime. Like oh shit.
yeah, yeah. That's my case is like from like I don't know, morning to 9, I'm just getting ready for the day, and then from 9 to 5 is job time. So usually I can't do anything
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, so at least like you guys probably know now about the katsudo or like just
Mm-hmm.
like morning activities.
Oh,
So now we're moving to
actually,
matome.
can I request one more
Yeah.
before we get to matome? Um,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Totsu. Like, you know when people do like a birthday totsu? I
Ah,
always wondered what the
totsu.
origin of that was.
So totsu is more like just to appear, I would say. Like totsu,
Oh. Let me see.
because
Totsu.
like here, totsumachi is like it's like a pre-arranged calls, I would say. A call in totsumachi, like that. Totsumachi.
Ah.
Totsumachi. Like to wait. Here, I'm just gonna add here.
Yeah, go for it.
Totsumachi. Totsumachi. Cause like it's good because like we're also using it too. We're also using it too together. Like, oh, I'm having totsu guys, hehe, and then guys can just like wait, hehe. There's also a gyaku totsumachi, I guess, which is like it's a reverse one as well. At
Oh,
least
like
from
unplanned? Like it's a.
yeah. Gyaku is more like a VTuber will call some guest whether it's like it's arranged or not.
Oh, I
Totsumachi is like
see.
uh it's like already prearranged, like they're already there. But like
Mm-hmm.
Gyaku is just like whoever, I guess. Gyaku is like
Ah.
reverse Gyaku.
I see, I see.
Gyaku
Oh, so that
totsu.
also gives us a little bit of context too. I always wondered whether it was like when people do birthday totsus, which like for anyone in the audience that's not familiar, it's like if it's like a birthday or an anniversary stream and people call in, that's usually what we
Mm-hmm.
refer to as like totsumachi. Um I was never sure if people were just like, oh, whoever wants to call in, you can call in, or if it was like, already set up beforehand. But just the way that you worded it, it sounds like they plan it ahead of time. It's like, okay, who's gonna call for my birthday? It's gonna be, I don't know, like Milky, and then you,
And
and
then yeah.
then Shiopi, and blah blah blah. Instead of like an open, like, okay, whoever wants to call, you know?
Yeah, just like go.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so
Hmm.
it's in general just like a call in.
Okay.
And the thing is like totsu it's like for me myself is like okay. It's just like also because like it's a I would say it's like the very slang. It's a slang for like I'm hoping that is correct. It's like this is actually the kanji for convict. So I'm like so
That's an
I just
interesting one
think
too.
yeah. So I think it's derived from the word totsugeki machi, to wait somebody to attack, or as you know, somebody you're
Ah.
waiting for somebody you would call in. So this is, I would say, probably the very origin. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me just like paste it here. Totsugeki machi, meaning
Totsugeki
to wait
machi.
somebody for him. Totsugeki is like to attack.
Okay.
Totsugeki,
Oh, is that a term that we're covering later on when we talk about oh, kogeki. Kogeki.
kogeki, yeah. This is like to wait somebody for attack. Waiting somebody. It's gonna. I'm like dissecting this too, because like, okay, I'm
No,
gonna
it's
tell you
cool.
guys, okay, in ahead of time, that there are a lot of like slang that came from the very like it has a more deeper meaning that you have to really dissect the actual like origin of it. Like for example, I'm gonna talk about it around the casual JP lingo, but for now, um, this is like a taste of it. Because
Mm.
even I'm like surprised because like I'm gonna say you guys this is a mirror, like a totsu, like a mirror, like a mirror, convex mirror. So like totsugeki machi, and then I'm just like okay, okay, this is a totsu, but this is like actually totsugeki machi, which is waiting somebody to attack. That's um I guess it's apparently a Nico slang, which is even like, oh
Oh.
really? Even I'm like, oh really? Because like I'm also confused. It's like, okay, why is this using the convex like kanji? Because like I can
Yeah.
read kanji, but when it comes to like deeper contexts, is like,
It's a
oh
mystery.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
like a mystery. Like okay, but now we know this. Like it's probably a Nico Nico Doga slang, which is Totsugeki Machi, which is to wait somebody to attack. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, and you know what's funny is people in the chat they seem to know the term. Mega Bronson and Matthew are talking about was it May from
Yeah.
Guilty Gear? Totsugeki.
Totsugeki.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is like it's a good thing that you brought this up because it's a very commonly used term.
Mm.
So yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
So yeah,
Nice. Thank you.
because like there are a lot of things that we probably might have missed. Like for example, kaigai nikki, like kaigai like overseas aniki, like some overseas
Oh.
bro. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I should add this too. Now that we're adding some stuff, oh my gosh, might as well,
It's
right?
okay.
Okay, I'm just like gonna put it here. Kaigai Nikki. Ah, pwede, this is a Filipino word. But, Kaigai Nikki and Nikki is like, overseas. So, Kaigai,
To
overseas.
oversee. Oh, overseas. Mm-mm.
Overseas
Hello,
bro
May Shark.
and sis. So that's just like, oversea bro sis. It's just like, or people from overseas.
So like
Like,
when Japanese people are like referring to like people in the States or in Europe or in Southeast Asia, they're referring that's the word that they would use, right?
Kaiganeki. For example, ah, the Kaiganeki-jan. It's like, oh, it's the person from like, it's a bro from overseas. Like when they're talking about, um, I guess like you said, like from sea or Western, and you're not just like a Japanese, and you're like speaking in English. Oh, yeah, Kaiganeki-jan. Like, it's just like a
I
Kaiganeki or
see.
Aneki. It's also funny because like um it's just like aniki or aniki is like bro or sis basically.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's from it's a term originated from another site, which is at an anonymous site. I won't tell you guys.
Oh, I see.
So
I thought
yeah,
you were
that's
gonna say
basically
like the term aniki and aneki. Like, is it true that, or I thought I heard somewhere that like, is it from the yakuza?
it's from the not yakuza, not yakuza. It's more like the how do you say, like Yankee? We call them Yankee. It's like
Oh, like
rebellious teenagers.
delinquents?
Yeah,
Delinquent?
delinquents. Yeah, that's what they
Oh.
call like Yankee. Like, oh, yo, Aniki, yo, Aniki, like something like that. Basically like that. But you can, but also Yakuza's also use it. But most of the time, they're being used by delinquents.
I
Like
see. Okay.
because bancho, like the literal person who's
Bancho,
like the
yeah.
top, like they're the leader of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
dancho depends on the how they refer to that person, but they usually call them aniki or aniki, like bro, sis. It's like,
Yeah.
biker gangs. Biker
Yeah,
gangs,
yeah. Oh
right?
my god,
It's kind of like that.
I used to watch a drama that was all about what was it? It was like Yaku something, and like I used to watch a J drama where like it was a mangaka, but he used to be like in a biker gang. And I just remember I kind of like the way that they talk. It's kind of like Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho that's also like ora Urameshi, like that kind of roughness of it. Oh, people are saying hi in the chat.
Funny. Oh, people are saying hi. Hi, hello, hi everybody. Hi Mayshark. Hi
Yeah,
Misako. Hi
Mayshark's here.
everybody. So yeah, that's basically it. Although the Aniki and the Kaigai Aniki and Aniki is not, it's not usually used like outside, or I guess it's more commonly used now since they're kind of popularizing it mostly from the Hololive side who popularized it. But um before it's just like regular Risuna san tachi, or just like fun otagai fan tachi to like hanasu toka, like it's just like between fans. They don't really have like a term until now. So yeah.
Mm.
So I hope that you also I hope this was educational. I don't know, even me, I'm like even surprised. So that's the actual origin, because this one is still new to me, even me. Because like I just say ototsu, right? Ototsu. And then when I finally knew the actual like dissection, and like, oh okay, I get it now. So this is the
Cool.
dissection of it.
Oh, cool,
It's like
cool.
waiting for a raid or waiting somebody to attack. So that's so basically you're being raided by your friends, and then they will call in and then like tell you like, "Hi, how are you?" Kind of like that. So it's also a learning thing for me because I never really delved into it. That's the thing. The beauty of somebody who knows Japanese, I guess, too, is like you know these, but you don't know the very like the basics of it until you actually like dig in. You like to
Ah,
dissect each and every like kanji and then like okay, I know this is convict. It's like totsu too,
yeah,
but this
yeah.
is the actual meaning. Totsugeki machi.
It's
So
cool
yeah.
to, yeah, it's cool to see how like yeah, like we were saying, like the etymology and how they kind of like combine together to make these like other meanings. By the way,
Mhm.
what's the romaji for this one again? It was a kai.
Hold on.
Sure, sure, sure.
Kai guy. Oh, oops. I didn't put it here.
It's okay.
Hold on, let me. There we go. Kai guy. Neki. That is Nikki. That means brother.
Oh,
Nikki.
like Aniki
Nikki.
and Aniki. Yeah, yeah.
But you can also Neki, like N-E. Neki. You can
Yeah.
also like say Kai guy Neki, which is Aneki. So yeah.
Mm. Cool, cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, and then we move to matome. Okay, I know people is like, oh, matome, like matome saito. We are not gonna talk about matome sites, and you already know what it is. It's anonymous sites. But
Oh, I didn't
matome
even
in
know
general,
that. I didn't know that Matame Saito.
yeah, because I think this is the reason why I put it here. It's not because like I wanna like, oh, I wait to like talk about the sneaky, ooh,
Mm.
spooky anonymous sites, but this is gonna be a term that will always be used in notices or warnings from both companies of Hololive
Oh.
and Nijisanji. Matome Saito wa dame NG. They're not good. Or basically, they would try to report Matome Saito. But Matome in general, it's not a bad term. It's just a summary or a culmination of, for example, I would say, what's the summary of this? Kono topic no matome wa nan desu ka? Like, what's like
Ah.
the whole thing?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just like matomeru. It's to just like to sum it up. Matomeru. To
Oh,
just
kind of
sum
like
everything up.
the I guess the AI chat summaries, even though they don't do a great job. But you know, sometimes is it like you miss part of a stream, like you just came from washing the dishes and you're asking for like a summary of what happened so far? Is it
Yeah,
like
you can
that?
also like yeah, that's also like a consideration of what a matome is. Like that's
Mm.
their summary. Also, wikis are also called matome. Matome also. Wiki
Mm.
is like, oh, that's a summary of like the information. That's matome. They combined information and now it's a summary of the things that in the game, which you can see it.
Ah,
That's
I
why
see.
most also wiki also you also often are considered matome. But it's a very
Mm.
broad term. But in case that you do see matome, it's not a negative term. Okay, it's not a negative term. It's just in general. It's a summary or summarized um version or just like a word site.
I see, I see. That's a
But
good
it's
comparison to
just
the wiki, yeah.
mm, it just evolved in a negative light since at least in the VTuber lingo or VTuber sphere, matome is associated with matome saito, which is not necessarily, only if it's being mentioned as such. This is also why Japanese is very contextual. You use specific words then depend on context, which we will be tackling during the casual Japanese lingo. But basically, that is matome. So in case that you guys
Ah,
are probably equating matome itself as like a site, it's not. It's just a word to say that it's a
interesting.
summary. A
Yeah,
summary, yeah.
because I actually didn't, I haven't heard the word matome, but then again, it's because I'm not super, like, in any JP fandoms, right? But that makes sense, though. That makes sense that, like, it would evolve from, like, this, like, summary into something like an anonymous site, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like unfortunate, I guess. I think some of the
Mm.
people like matome, like that site, and like no. I mean, it depends. If you want to use matome as like just a summary, then it's okay. Or just like you want to talk about the wiki, like just matome site is just like fine. But like matome wiki, like that matome wiki, so you can differentiate
Ah.
matome wiki,
Mm-hmm.
and then the site is just like that in general. At least here in the VTuber sphere, matome site is just like the anonymous sites. Which is I will
Ah.
not like we were
Yeah.
not talking, but it's just like
Yeah.
me emphasizing that it's not a bad word in case. people would associate it as such, you need to differentiate between the context of what it is being used for. So yeah, you guys have to be careful of how you use specific words in different contexts.
It makes
Mm-hmm,
sense. It makes sense. Thank you. Thank you.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right,
Now
we
we go
have
to the
our next one. We added a lot to that first page, but now we have a little bit of it's more so casual JPN lingo, but I've seen some of these before. Like I in a past life, not really, but like 10 years ago or so, I used to frequent Nico Nico Doga, and I would see some of these words, but not all of them. Like I definitely saw the W's and the eights, but everything else. Not well, say so in Tenshi Akuma. Yeah, that one's familiar, but yeah, we can start off with I added the two forms of lol up above, but I'm sure there's more, right? There's a WW for like is it from Warao?
yeah, from wara. Like
Wara.
this is the kanji. So yeah, wara. Wara. Oh shit, what the hell? Oh. Sometimes the IME is a bit of a doozy to use, but
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is from the originating from the word wara, which is to laugh. Wara.
Oh yeah, and sometimes
So
I just see
they're
the
like wara
kanji.
wara wara wara, like yeah, wara like
Yeah.
lol, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you also
So
see the
as you
kanji.
can see,
Mhm.
as you can see here, right? If you look closely, just look closely. The W looks like what?
To me it looks like grass, but I also know where this is going.
Yes, so it's called grass. So because people spam W all the time, if you see Nico Nico Doga, it flies
Yeah.
everywhere. W W W W W W W. And then what the fuck is this? Like a fucking lawn? Is this a lawn?
Is
And
this
then
a lawn?
people just like shorten it to grass because like lumao. I guess it's like lol,
Ah.
and this is like lamao because like you have this is like basically there's too many lols that they just like yeah it's a fucking lawn. It's
It's
a law.
it's
It's
a
a lawn of
lawn.
laugh.
It's a spiky lawn, exactly fleshy.
It's like ha 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 ha. Like okay, there's too much ha ha's. Okay, here go stop.
I think
Stop. They
that's
just like
like
stop lol.
when I'm in a jet when I'm in Jufute Raden stream, the only way that I talk in chat is I just put the W's or I use an emote or I think sometimes I'll use the 8, but that's as much as I can do.
Yeah, like we did talk about like how words evolve, right? They
Mhm.
evolved into like to this to just like to shorten it to lol like wara, and then
Mhm.
now because like there's too much lol that they just turn it into a lawn. Here it's a
Yeah.
grass full of lol.
It's a
So
cool
yeah,
way
it's like lol.
to shorten words because I remember seeing a couple other words but they would be it's not even in like in kana, it's not in hiragana, katakana, or kanji. It would be like I think an old one, I don't know if people still use it, but kitakure like or kitakore like with the
Mm-hmm.
KTKR. I don't know if they still use it, but I remember seeing it when I was on Nico
Yeah,
Nico.
kitty r, yeah, kita kore, like oh it's finally here, kita
Yeah,
kore,
it's
like
here.
here kita kore, here it's like that, kita kore, here kita kore, so might as well put it there.
Yeah, the kitakore and like I remember they used to spam like kita with like the little cow emoji with the little like
Yeah.
face on it.
Yeah, kita! Like, it's so funny. Okay, kitakore is like this one here. You just like, there we go.
Let me see if
Kitakore,
I
which
want to
is like,
find the cow emoji. The face with the kita. I found it. I found it. I'm gonna put it in chat right now.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Oh, it gets cut off, but you get the. You know what? I might put it right underneath. There you go. It's that one. The kita.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's like kita. It's like there's also like Zen Shibo, like everyone's dead. Shibo. Actually, I'm gonna put it here too. Shibo. Okay, this is only if you guys are with Okay, because the thing is, before the English VTubing scene, I was in a Japanese community. Literally, there's also like a lot of terms that I want to share with you guys, but it might take a lot of time. But I'm just gonna share one of my favorites. Zayin Shibo. It just Shibo is like everyone's dead or like
Oh,
death.
that's I recognize the kanji as the one for death. Shibo.
Yeah, you can just like Shinda or like because but they make like a like I guess like a asi or like just a cow emoji of like an actual like shouting bubble and the Zayin Shibo.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's saying. Everyone's dead.
It does remind me of how unique Nico Nico is, where like the cute thing about Nico Nico for people who don't know is that like the comments they fly past on the screen itself, they're not like on the side. I think you can set it that way, but it used to be that the default is like the comments will fly on the screen itself. And whenever something like really incredible happens, then and like people start spamming, the entire screen will be covered by just like people's comments. And I don't know why that kind of reminds me of that, of like
Like
I
the lyrics
imagine
or just like their lyrics too. Like they put it in the lyrics, yeah.
yeah, that's what that reminds me of like when you say shibo, it reminds me of like, oh, everyone's dead after
Everyone's
spamming.
dead. Mina Zeni Shibo, like everyone's fucking dead.
Everyone's, oh my freaking god, she's freaking dead.
And then there's also this like Akumo Taoshita, like the evil is defeated. Oh my god, yeah. Like
Oh,
those
Akuryota
things that we
show,
have
yeah.
if everybody is like, we have like an English term, we also have like a Japanese one, like Akumo Taoshita or Aku Taoshita, like the evil is defeated. Aku Taoshita.
Oh, Taoshita. Wasn't there was like an old song with I forgot it, but it'll come back to me.
Literally that would fly over. I'm just like putting it here because like it's so
Yeah.
funny because like the thing is when it's that they're usually putting this term when they blow up the Nico Nico Doga headquarters.
Oh my gosh.
Like what the fuck is this? Like okay, you guys probably are too young or maybe like you haven't been in Nico Nico for that long, but there's a running joke to every single Nico Doga let's players or just like people who are streaming or just like a person who's in Nico Nico Doga, and they have a joke. At least some of like the videos always at least include a joke of them blowing up like the Nico Nico Doga headquarters. Like it's not like a very grotesque or anything. It's just like those missiles and like the green screen missiles,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they just like blow up they just put it in the Nico Nico Doga like headquarters, and they're like Aku ga taoshita, like the evil has
The
been
evil is
defeated.
vanquished. It reminds me of those
Yeah.
cat memes you would put on Twitter, where the ones where it's like just the cat, but then it gets like blown up, and that's my honest reaction to this information. It's just the little kitty cat getting blown up, just. The evil's defeated. Aqua Taushita.
Aqua, but it's just like wa, but it's just like Aqua taoshita, like it's like the evil has been defeated.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's just like a running joke, but it's
Yeah.
just like something that you would see in Nico Nico Doga. At least that would like fly away. I wish I could like share it, but it's so old. That's like it was like back at 2005.
Yeah.
That's so old.
That's why like some of the slang that I remember from Nico Nico, I'm like, I don't even know people still use it. That's from 10 years ago.
Right?
It's during the Hitalia days that I know any of this.
Okay, so I'd like also to like move to like the pachi pachi, like the
Yeah,
eight.
yeah.
Pachi pachi pachi. So okay, so some Japanese people usually use numbers to like to correlate other existing words. I'm gonna show you something magic, okay? So Sakuya is like san, kyu, hachi. Sakuya, I think san, kyu,
Sankyu, so 398.
398.
Ah.
Yeah. So Sakuya, like the actual Sakuya from Toho is like Sankyupa. Sankyupa.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Sankyu
Sakuya
Pa,
from
like Pachi, right? Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
Sakuya from
From Toho,
so they're just like,
yeah.
oh, that's yeah, so that's basically here. I'm just gonna put it. San
Sure.
Q, like as in 9. San Q, san as in 3,
Sun. Mm-hmm.
Q, hachi, pa. But they read it as pa. See, as you see here,
Mm.
pa. Sometimes the pa and ha, so you can use it. So san Q pa is like sakuya. San sa Q ya. San Q ha. Like so basically sakuya. So yeah. So that's sakuya. So they make it like a word. Even for me, 34 is called mio.
Oh, from
Mitsu. No, yeah.
Takanomiyo from
From
Higurashi, right?
yeah. From Higurashi, yeah. Also like from because like there's this basically me talking like the Higurashi and the Umineko I guess a connection because like Lambda Delta is also like a I guess like who was that doctor? I forgot her name. Oh, her name was
Ao
Mio
Ao
also, right?
is with the doctor, Takanomiyo, right?
The yeah, Mio, Takano Mio. See, Mio is 34.
Yeah, and
Lambda Delta.
she was raised
Yeah.
by her foster father's name was Hifumi, which is 123, isn't it? So he's 123
Yeah.
and she's 34.
Yeah, so basically that. So and the thing is, she's more like the Lambda is more like to related to Mio in a way. I forgot like
Mm-hmm.
the whole premise, but basically she's more related to her and Satoko,
And
right?
Sataka, yeah. That
So
part's
basically
crazy.
that's what it is. So there's like numeral correlation when it comes to words. So now you guys know if there are other like they put some numbers, especially like I guess some content creators also use numbers to just like shorten themselves to just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if like you said, like Hifumi is like, 1, 2, and then Mio is like 3, 4. Like
Mm-hmm.
Miss Me, 34, Lambda Delta, Mio. So yeah, it's what it is. Like
Yeah.
there's complexity when it comes to like relating things to numbers. At least here in Japan, or Japan,
Yeah.
Japanese like usage. So yeah, that's why they use pachi pachi because like it is hachi hachi, right?
Hachi hachi hachi
Pachi
hachi.
pachi.
Pachi pachi pachi. Yeah,
So
and there's
now
like
it's 888.
there's like the alternate readings, right? Because that's one of the first things
Mm.
that I'm learning from like my Japanese like lesson book is that like there's so many different ways to read even just the numbers, right? Because it's like you can read one with like what is it like ipun, like
Ipun, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll also add it. It's not really casual. I guess it's for people who are here, I would say. So kunyomi is like the way of like the way that it's related to the Chinese character from the native like
Ah.
Chinese reading. So like for example like omyomi is more like how it's the the sound, I guess. I forgot like omyomi. Let me check. Yes, because I know omyomi and kunyomi. These are the two readings, I would say. So kunyomi and onyomi. It's like oto onyomi. Okay, just give me a second.
Sorry, I was munching on some egg, but yeah,
Onyomi.
the the
Yeah,
onyomi.
yeah.
I
Oh
remember
wait. It's
the kanji wanikani, the program that I used to learn kanji. It tries to teach you
hmm?
how to differentiate between kunyomi and onyomi, but it's for me as a recent learner, it's pretty confusing at first, right?
it's a oh there we go. A multi kanji compound. Because like the reason I know them, but they're like it's kind of like very complicated. I guess to like describe it in just like one sitting, but it's just like kanji compound.
Yeah, for
So and then
anyone.
it's like
Mhm.
yeah, go on. You first. You first.
Okay.
Don't worry.
First of all, hello, what the kale. Hello, welcome. We're learning Japanese with Nyanda Delta. But yeah, I was mentioning that like the program I use, they try to differentiate between the kunyomi and the onyomi readings, and sometimes it gets a little confusing, but it's cool once you start to get the hang of it because I think the example that I kept getting caught up on was mountain. So like the kanji for mountain has like different readings. It can be read as san or it could be read as oh, what's the other one? Yama? And I would confuse
Um,
the two all the time. Like, how would you refer to Mount Fuji? And I'm like, oh, it has to be Fujiyama. Wrong. It's actually Fujisan. And I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't know that. So yeah, the multiple readings, it's interesting. It's interesting.
For example, me. 3 is sun, right? Sun,
Mm-hmm.
3, and then me. It's like there's 2 readings, sun and me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically there's like 2 readings for even just like one kanji. They're just like multiple readings, so you guys have to be careful
Mm-hmm.
because like a lot of people I know who's like, oh, it's okay, we can just like live with just like hiragana and katanaka. Why do we have
No.
kanji? That's the problem. Because when you write hiragana, like for me now, I'm currently like N2. Yes, I'm having like just a streamer diva because like, you know, stage fright and all. And but like if I say if you just write everything with hiragana, you're gonna get cross-eyed. Like, what the fuck
Yep.
is he talking about?
Uh-huh.
Like, for example, like kore wa kami no megumi desu. Like how like it's still readable, but if you type every single word like that, like
これは
like it's
kami no...
kami no megumi this, like it's the God's
Ah,
blessing. But
mm-hmm.
if you write more complicated and complex words, then the fuck is he talking about? I can't read. There was just like somebody who's like reading. I think Duolingo does that, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is Duolingo talking about? I can't
Uh-huh.
read this shit because like there's a lot. There's another reading for specific words like kami. The like what? The like
Oh,
the
the
hair,
hair, the paper, the god,
the paper,
the...
the
Uh-huh.
god, like which that's why
Mm-hmm.
it's like also contextual. Okay, so you have so there's like different readings. That's why kanji is very important to learn. I know people are like,
Yes.
but it's so daunting, it's so scary.
But it's so
You will
necessary. It's so
It's so
necessary.
necessary that you would thank yourself that you know it because like finally now I can read it.
Mm-hmm. Because that's a good example, like what you just put in the chat too. Because like you said, like kore wa I know means like this is, and then but kami no megumi desu. Yeah, exactly. Like which kami is it, right?
Yes,
So. Mm-hmm.
we know now because like I said, like it's the God's blessings because I told you it's the God's
Mm-hmm.
blessing. Like what
Yeah,
the
yeah,
paper's
yeah, yeah.
blessings. Okay, like there's also like another reading for Megumi too. So like be careful, guys, when you do
Exactly.
that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay when you're still learning, but when you when you do come to the more complex words, then it'll be more oh shit kind of thing. Like oh, where's the
Yeah.
kanji of this?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
so
Oh yeah, we left off
yeah,
on
and
oh yeah, you were explaining
hachi
hachi.
hachi, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Pachi pachi pachi.
pachi pachi pachi, and then egui. Oh my gosh, egui and yabai are the same in a way
Oh
that
really? Okay.
it's not yabai in a way that's the same thing, but it's the way that it's used are similar. For example, egui ne, like oh that's rough, or like
Oh, that's
egui,
rough.
like that's cool, or that's whack, or that's whack kind of thing. But the
Yeah.
thing is, egui is just rough, like rough. It's like that's basically what egui means. It's rough, egui,
Because I know that yabai
rough.
is also very there's a lot of different meanings. Like it could be a positive or a negative depending on context, right? Because like I'm so
Yeah.
used to yabai just being like, oh, that's bad, you know. But I think it can also be like I guess like the use of the F word in in English too of like mostly it's negative of like, you know, excuse my swearing Babin comes. I know I don't usually swear on stream,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, it could be like fuck, man. Like fuck.
Yeah.
But it can also be used as a positive of like, oh fuck yeah, you know?
Yeah.
So
Fuck yeah. Or like cool. You know.
mm-hmm. So that's what I heard about yabai is that like it can be either, right?
Yeah, it could be either. So egui, it's before the whole people were like changing the terms to a more I would say positive. It used to be like, even yabai. Yabai is denoted to be very like negative, like oh yabai desu ne.
Mm.
Kore wa yabai ne. And like because it is supposedly negative.
Mm-hmm.
But And now, I would say how people kind of like they kind of like reused it into a more positive way, I guess. Like we're going back to yabai, for example. Kore yabai, like, oh, that's cool, or like, ah,
Oh.
yabai, like, oh, that's bad, like
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah,
it depends on the context, especially with egui. Egui is like rough, like, ooh,
yeah.
that's kind of like, ooh, that's not kind of like that. That's egui. Like that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
equivalent, like, ooh, that's not.
It's like from what is it, Avatar: The Last Airbender, where he's like, "Oh, my girlfriend turned into the moon." That's rough, buddy. You know, like
Yeah,
egui.
and then you could say, ah, egui ne, like, oh, egui. You can also hear this to people, or at least this is a word used by I think one of the JP boys, or like, ah, agree, like, oh, that's rough, oh shit, that's kind of tight. I guess, like, I don't
Oh.
know, like, because like in that specific context, they were having a bad fight,
Mm-hmm.
and they were being like pincered by the enemy. Ah, agree, like, oh shit, that's rough, oh shit, like, kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's like the slangified of the the more negative egui. But there's also like egui, like, oh, that's cool, kind of thing.
I see. I see. So very.
Like, that's gnarly. Like, gnarly is like negative, right? Like, gnarly is like, oh, that's gnarly. But then there's like, oh, gnarly, like, cool, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
Mm-hmm.
that's the same thing with egui and yabai. Like, yabai is like, ah, yabai ne. Like, it depends on like which situation you use it, especially with even it's universal. Like for me, excuse me for swearing in my language, like, beside, like, hello, like that, oh shit, that's so cool, and then,
Ah.
ay yawa, nabili na akong kwarta, oh shit, I left my money on the house, or like,
Yeah. Yeah.
ay
Yeah.
yawa man ka uy, like, oh man, could you.
Yeah.
So like
I
it's
hear
like
my
that.
mom say something similar. Yeah.
So yeah, yabai and egui are like, they are negative words, but they can also be used in a positive way. But most of the
Mm.
time, mostly and originally, they are negative words, and mostly used in a negative way. Like, yeah, by like dangerous, but egui is like when you're disgusted, or like, ooh, that's rough. Like, for example, you see somebody's like wearing a very uncoordinated clothes, and like, ish, egui. And then they would like, because I heard this like from a short, actually, from a person who was like a Japanese person, but were like, I think the side of her family is an American, or like a Western, and then a Japanese person passed by, and then somebody like under the breath of their mouth was like, "Ugh, eggy," and then she heard it, and then like, oh, they just called me eggy.
Oh no. The slander.
There's like, honey, that's not, kind of
I
like that.
see.
So it's so funny, like how words in a negative light also evolved in a way that we're using it as a slang to express specific situations in either positive, neutral, but also like a negative too. So I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
it's really cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's making me realize how many like other languages have that same thing of like negative and positive. But yeah. Speaking of negative and positive, or not really negative positive, but our next word, right? Say so.
Say so. Okay, so say so is pure. Say so,
Mm.
pure, which is, it's usually very positive. It's a positive word. It's called wholesome.
Mm.
But um some people, at least in the idol culture, I think I did tell you guys like how much very, I'm gonna put it now, I'm gonna use the word, it's very egui when it comes to like a specific like how it's used, I guess. Like Caesar's in general, pure, very innocent, very, what, like, what is the most pure form of a person you think, like a very honest, they don't have any like bad intentions or whatever, but
Yeah.
in the idol culture, it can be also negative in a way that, oh, well, she's a virgin and just like she hasn't touched with no men.
Ah, I see.
So so that's why like
Like
when say
pure,
you're so
pure.
unsay so. So you're unsay so because like you're saying something very yabai or like something that you sound like a bit not pure. You're not say so sounding kind of like that. So say so or like pure. It's actually a word commonly used by the idol culture, but also here, as you may know. But in a joking way,
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
not in a bad way. It's more like
Yeah.
I so say so because like you're not swearing. Like I would say Alter is say so, but also not say so. Say so in a way that he's a good boy, but also because like he's also a bit mischievous
Yeah, yeah.
in a
Sometimes slips in the,
in
the little
a
naughty.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not the naughty way, but they just like say so in general. It's like pure.
Yeah.
Like you're not saying anything. Like you're not swearing. At least here in the VTuber, that isn't the ones that touch with the idol. At least for now, here for us, English people, say so is
Yeah.
just like being pure, not like not saying it swearing, not saying anything impure thoughts like segs or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Because like Aniki is very unsay so. That's why like, hey, what do you mean? I'm say so. It's just
Yeah.
I would say uncouth. Like he's a very dirty mouth, a potty
It's
mouth. I would say approved.
it's a very interesting
Yeah, very demure, very
spectrum.
mindful.
Yeah, very
Mm-hmm.
demure. And it's an interesting spectrum, right? Because like for a lot of people, like I remember there was like a VTuber quiz like not too long ago where it was like, are you say so or NSFW, as if those are the only two choices. And it's like I feel like say so has such a big spectrum of, like you said, you can either be like maidenly pure, where it's like, yeah, virgin, and I never swear, I never talk about anything improper on stream. Whereas I feel like when Casper talks about being a say so streamer, it's not necessarily, it's more of like, oh, my entire identity isn't just like talking about sex and like, like controversial topics. It's just that he's not as, I don't know, like I kind of understand what he means when he say that he's trying to be a say so streamer, but at the same time it's funny when he like you said, sometimes like a little bit of the naughty slips up.
Bit of a naughty, yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I like just like the more like not too vulgar, but still like it's a bit like a tease, like a naughty tease kind of thing. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. I
Y- y-
like it.
You get to pass because he's cute. Okay. There we go. So, and then I guess that's I know say so is if you're gonna tackle say so in a more deeper level, it's just really just the image of the idols that they have to be very pure and untouched and basically the pure essence of a youthful maiden girl slash that's the term of the say so, like the origins or the actual usage of the say so. But now as a
Mhm.
VTuber like us, they're just like say so dane, like you're so very pure, like you don't
Yeah.
swear, you don't do stuff. So basically that's in the VTuber terms. It's just like how say so is. And say so is just like being, the un part is just like um additional from us. It's
Yeah.
an English addition like un because like say so janai. Like not say
Mm.
so. Say so
Mhm.
janai. Not say so. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. So like Axel
And then
Sirius and
yeah, he is not say so. He say so.
he says so. Exactly.
So we have Tenchi and Akuma. So Tenchi is
Akuma.
like an angel. I
Mhm.
think you guys have heard this in even in anime.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah.
Tenchi is like an angel. It's like similar to Seiso. You're like a Tenchi. Like you're very angelic. You're pure. You don't think about like other things. Like or mostly in most terms in modern media, like you're a literal good person. Like fine, I'll help you do your homework, and then they would be like, Tenshi da no arigato.
Mhm.
Tasukaru
You're an
wa. Like
angel from
that.
heaven. Mhm.
Yeah, and then you're an angel from heaven. You saved me. And then Akuma. Okay, Akuma is more of like a. It depends on the usage. There's also like a cruel person. Like, hey, I'm gonna like poke you until you're like annoyed. Like, nande oh, bakba kayo. Or like, or there's also like the or like person who's just like genuinely bad, who's like hurting other people. Like,
Yeah.
akuma da ne, like, kokoro ga nai kayo, omae wa, or like something, you have no heart, aren't you? Or like that. But there's
Mm-hmm.
also like the akuma, the mischievous akuma, like, Akuma, I guess, like similar to, I would say, Toa. Like she's a bit like a mischievous, like, although
Yeah.
Toa for me personally feels like more of an angel to me. she's a bit of a she's a bit angelic, not gonna lie. She's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say Akuma in terms of like, I would say, I guess like a bratty one, like, oh, like a little devil, like an imp, I would say.
Yeah.
So you're just like a very mischievous person who's just like, who wants to play pranks. But there's also like the Akuma where you're a heartless person who
Yeah,
would,
like an actual
care for
mean.
others. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like an
Mm-hmm.
actual mean person. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the difference between Tenchi and Akuma. At least in a way that's like, a slang, and like used as a
Yeah,
slang. Like,
that people would use in their daily life, right? Like tension, like the
mhm.
example you said of like, "Oh, thank you for helping me with my homework. You're an angel," versus like, "Ah,
Yeah.
you pranked me, you devil," you know?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it is. So Nampa, oh my god, you guys. Nampa is a very, I would say not too niche, but you would hear this in a more commonly, like in a more casual and common. Nampa suru.
Nanpasuru.
So
Oh, pick up and flirt.
nanta is like flirting. Like, ne ojo-chan, hima?
Mm.
Ishoni ocha shiyoka? Like that. Ew, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Shouchi.
yeah, like a flirt. Yeah.
So nanpa, you can see them everywhere in fucking Shibuya. Fucking
Ah, I see. I see. Like really trying to pick you up. Really trying to like, hey there,
yeah.
girly. How you
Like,
doing?
hey, do you wanna like a Netflix and chill?
Yeah,
Like, who the
what's your
fuck are
number?
you?
Mm-hmm. What's your
What's
number?
your number? So it's like nampa. You can also like, it's also a person in Shibuya, but it's just um a term used from, it's like a term used for people picking up.
Mm.
Nampa suru.
I noticed that it's in. Is that katakana?
Mm-hmm.
Does it come from like a loan word, or does it come from? Does it have a specific etymology, or because that's whenever I see like katakana, I'm like, oh, I wonder where it comes from then.
Actually, I have really like looked upon it, but because like it's so very like common. It's like so
Mm.
commonly used. So it's just like
Ah.
somebody's just like a seducer.
I
Like
see.
I wish I could knew, because like it's just so common that it's like a nampa.
I
I guess like
see.
pasu, like pasu. I guess like pasu. I would say, and like an assumption, like pasu, like you're making a pass at someone.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Nanpasu.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, you know what? I think that might be the etymology, which is it's interesting to think about too. Because yeah, you're right. Sometimes like we get loan words and we don't even realize it. Like I'm trying to think of an equivalent, but I can't at the moment. But cool, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
because like there's a lot of like, for example, like this one here from the Totsugeki is like something that I just like realized later on. Like I was like looking for, okay, what's the actual, because like I saw the kanji, but apparently nampa is like, it's from this word, apparently. Like the actual kanji for nampa is this one. But it's from it, but but nampa is like, I guess, hold on, it's like
Oh,
so
then maybe
confused,
it's
guys. So
not.
the way
Yeah, maybe it's not even a loan word. Maybe it's just like a. I don't know. It's just
ran,
evolved in a way.
like, I guess it's like an onyomi type, because like this is ran, because like it's a Chinese reading, ran, like, and then this is pa, right?
Oh, a
Ha,
Chinese reading. Interesting.
ha, yeah, it's a ran ha. So this is like nampa, and it kind of derive into like flirting,
Oh, I
apparently,
see. I see. Oh, that's
because like,
interesting.
because even I'm like, eh? Even I'm just shocked, because like I only know nampa, like distant nampa, because like I thought it's just like just is, because like I'm trying to like, even me, I only was taught about it. It's like, nampa shiteru da ne, like, oh, it's just like somebody's like making a pass at you, or just like they're flirting, and like, oh, maybe that's what it is.
Mm.
But apparently it's a fucking onyomi. Okay, it's an
That's
onyomi. I was like, my
interesting.
word.
So it is a loan word, but from Chinese. That's interesting. Cool,
So it's,
cool.
it's even me. I'm surprised. So fuck boys. Yeah,
Exactly.
yes, they are. Because like, okay, listen, like nampas, they're like, "Ne ojo-chan hima? 一緒にお茶にする?" Or like, "Ne, 一緒にデートしないか?" Like something like that.
Oh,
They're
asking
basically
for a
like, "Do you
date.
want to go on
Yeah.
a date? Like, do you want to like go out with me? Do you want to like do you want to go for out for tea with me?" And like, shut up. There's also yaku nampa. There's also like girls who would hit on boys.
Oh
like
wow.
ne oni-san ima hima? Like that.
Oh wow.
Like oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh my freaking
So
god.
yeah, the thing is I can read stuff, but the thing is like even me, I'm so surprised because I never thought about this too hard. And then I realized, oh, is just like a omi of the whole thing.
That's pretty
So
cool. Yeah.
yeah. So this is party P too. Party people.
Party people. Party
Yeah,
P.
this is literally this is actually like the word party P. Party people.
Party
Party
people.
people. Yeah, party people. Party people. Like somebody who likes to party. This is the reason why I added it here is because of Paripi. What was that again? Is he's like a Chinese guy,
Oh, I
a
actually
strategist.
don't
It's an
know.
anime. It's an anime that this guy got isekai,
Oh,
but he's a Chinese
Kong
strategist.
Ming. Your boy
Yeah,
Kong Ming.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Paripi Komi. So that's basically it.
Oh, that's what
Paripi
it
Komi and also
translates to. Party
yeah,
Kong.
because like Komi is basically he became more of like an a manager, right? He became like an
Yeah.
idol manager. So basically that's like Patty Peak is he likes to DJ as well. Like fucking what the hell? Even I was like what the
That's
hell?
freaking
But
awesome.
like
Yeah. The one with Juge
the reason
Liang,
why
right?
yeah. Yeah. And the reason why I added Patty P here is because of Gamma. Because Gamma is always having a party always like
Ah.
like I swear his streams is like somebody who like you'd come here and then it's blasting party music from the other side, but it's just like
Yeah.
Gamma chilling, like, "Hi guys, what's up?" Like I'm just like gonna draw here, like he's just like chilling, and then like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, like basically,
Yeah.
so that's basically Gamma. He's a party P because he likes to party. Party P,
Patty
party
P.
people.
Oh, by the way,
So
we
this
have
is what we talk about.
another ad in less than a minute, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, okay. Oh, sure.
Cool.
Oh my god, I didn't even know we've been together for
I
like 2 hours.
I know it went by so quickly. I was like, "What do you mean?" It's
I
been
thought
fun,
we
yeah.
would. Yeah, I thought we would run out of time. Actually, like maybe we would have blazed through this content and then not talk about like I don't know. I was like, maybe I should add more. But now, like, oh, there's so many things that
Yeah,
we are talking.
I know. I know. No, we're good. We're good. Yeah. If you want, we can either you can either continue with what you were or finish up a thought, or we could also just take a break right now. Depends on you,
Yeah,
because you've been doing a lot of
break.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to gonna do an idol meeting.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Have fun, cuz bye. I'm gonna be back. I'll
Yeah.
just gonna take some break.
Yeah. Let's take a recess break then. All right. I'm gonna pet the cat a little bit more, and then we'll be back. We'll be back. All right, I think let's see. I'm back from the bathroom break. We're back from the ad break, but you guys can still chill until Nyanda comes back. You guys are siphoning. Don't siphon the cars. Don't siphon the cars. You guys can play. You guys can pose next to the Itasha and take some pictures. But don't be stealing anything. Hello, Nyanda. Attack! Why are you attacking me? No! I got jettisoned. I got rocket launched into the next dimension. No. Violence! No! The Babinkups crave violence! Oh no. You can. You can. I see you attacking mechanical. I see you attacking fleshy. Oh, multiple people? I don't know, but you can attack other people. YMBs. I don't. The hats on the emotes, they get me every time. There's Wambles. Oh, it's because we're in the recess screen. You can't hear Nyanda, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. All right, 3, 2, 1. Woo! There you go. You guys should be able to hear Nyanda now. Aww.
Hey, everybody.
Fleshy's hugging your avatar. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hug Fleshy too.
Aww.
That's for trying to attack you. There we go. Yeah.
Yay! And thank you, Matthew, for the gifted sub to Fleshy. Nice. Thank you. Yeah. And you get a hug. Nice. Cool. So we are back. We're back. And we still have a couple more terms, but also like one more slide, and I think that would actually be a good place to end off for the evening. But yeah. I've been learning a lot so far, though. This has been really fun.
It's just like learning some like tidbits, but like I don't know, it's also fun because like there's a lot of things that I actually wanted to like share, but just like I guess it's hard to just like explain when there's nobody to bounce it off because they don't understand, I guess.
Yeah.
And not in a negative way. It's more like obviously like some people are not really just too into language that much that they're like, oh okay, okay, thanks, I guess, kind of like reaction. Like it's not in a bad way, but it's more like it can be like, oh well, I guess like we could just like skip it, I suppose.
Yeah,
kind of thing. Like
it's nice to like
kind of like thing.
Yeah, it's nice to be like kind of on the same wavelength of not even same wavelength, but like I think because you are fluent in Japanese, but I think you are familiar with kind of my level now that I've been talking about like, oh, a lot of what I know is just from anime. I don't quite know like kanji yet. So no, like with all of the information you already have in your head, it feels very nice to just kind of go off of what you're saying. Especially since we also have shared experiences like Nico Nico, right? And knowing some of the slang from that. So that's why it's been really fun.
Nico.
It's been stuff that like I've seen, but you're kind of helping to fill in the blanks, fill in the puzzle pieces.
And you know what's funny? Because like the reason why we even like frequented the Nico Nico Doga is like the fucking Hetalia.
Yes,
100%. For me,
no, me
for,
too.
like Hetalia.
I would the tag that I would frequent was the hand-drawn animations where they like, you know, it's like an anime opening but they replace it with Hetalia characters. And I remember the tag, I think it was like 3 kanji, and I think it was trying to draw or I tried to draw something like that. But that was the tag that I would go to on Nico Nico all the time.
Like it's not the same right like now, right? Because like it's all like mostly all the media is now to YouTube and I guess Twitch.
It's
like
true.
even streamers now they're like on Twitch, but like you can't see like funny AMVs anymore. It's like
I
nobody wants to do it.
know. Mm-hmm.
Like, where's the angsty EMV? Where? I guess the only ones that I've seen it are more like the Roblox as gacha life
Yeah.
people. The reason why I know is like my sister is like she was into gacha life, and then I get
Oh
recommended videos of
man.
like gacha life, and I'm like, what is this? And then okay.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's interesting. It's interesting to say the least.
But yeah, nobody has been doing AMV. Like, there's still music videos, but not in a way that's like as frequent when it comes to like fandom. Like, it's not
Yeah.
as often anymore. Like, man, during the like early 2000s or just like 2005 to like, I guess I would say up until like 2012, there were like the influx of AMVs. You could see it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Making my Holy Stars Angel with a shotgun AMV. Oh my god, let's go,
Making my
Flesh!
whole yeah. I
Let's
think I'm
go!
gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it in chat, but I'll also put it in the. Sorry, I was looking for the kanji that I was talking about. I think. Oh, there we go. This is the kanji that I use. Like it would be this
Oh.
plus APH. That was the tag I would go on.
Uh, oh my god, APH. Also, wait, actually, can I add something as well?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, since I want to like put it here, I guess it's like also a mix of like I would say uh
Sorry, my
it's like
cat.
it's okay. It's like a mix of like gaming but also casual. Netabare.
Yes.
Netabare.
Yeah.
Neta.
I've seen that one too.
So because
Yeah,
like I did this before,
spoilers.
kinen. Yeah, netabare wa dame. Like, don't spoil somebody. For me, I'm not really I'm really meh with spoilers, but
Mm-hmm. Oh man, now we're going into Nico tags. This is awesome. Because I remember Netabare. I remember eventually figuring it out from context because I think it would be Magi. Magi was the fandom where I would try to find other AMVs. And I think I remember seeing that sign. It was like like there's spoilers in this AMV. Proceed at your own
yeah,
risk.
neta. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, so while Binka is away, petting the cat. So netabare is spoilers. So I think bareru from the word bare, like to reveal.
Mm.
So you're trying to reveal something, and then you're like, no, netabare wa dame. Don't.
Ah.
Like,
Mm-hmm,
no, no,
mm-hmm.
no. So that's basically spoilers. If you see this, like, don't backseat, I guess, or just like don't show
Oh.
spoilers. Is like netabare wa dame. Like, don't spoil. And then there's also kinen. I actually wanted to add this, but I kind of forgot. Like I had a celebration because like I'm trying to remember the streams that I have. Like I had a stream titled called like 300 followers celebration, which is like granted for Wakinen, which is like a celebration. So from the word ki, ki, this is like ki.
Mm-hmm.
From the word ki, oh oops, my bad. It's like, so ki is like ki. You can also like see this from the word kiyoku, I think. Kiyoku, like memory. And then nin, which is like to the mind, to record the mind. Nin, to your mind. Nin.
Oh.
So kine, like celebration, like to make it like a memory, basically. Kine, to celebrate a memory, which is like that. So kine.
That's a nice
So
way
that
to
is
remember
celebration.
it.
Yeah, it is really nice because like you can also see ki and kyoku like a memory. Kyoku, like
Ah, I
kyoku, like
see.
to record it in your memory, like memory, like it's recorded in your head. But this is kina is like celebrating it to write it in your mind, like to make it to last it to your brain, basically.
Yeah.
So that's celebration, kinen. So you will see this during celebration when they get into a milestone, like a 300 followers
Ah,
or
yeah. Or,
I guess I would say celebration stream for a single or debut or
oh,
whatever,
like a
like something like that.
cover, something like that.
Yeah, that's a celebration, kinen. You can also like do that your kinen, like your celebration for your birthday too. I guess like tanjobi kinen. Tanjobi kinen means birthday celebration. Tanjobi kinen. Okay, now I think we can ready to move if you're
Sure.
okay. Is everybody on the same page?
I believe so. People in chat were just talking about my cat. So we have our
Cats are cute.
yeah. Oh my god, he's wandering around now. But I might
Oh
have
my
to.
god, my cat too.
You know what? I have to step away just to let him out. I'll be right back in a jiffy. If you have to let yours out too, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go let out my cat. My cat's name is Macaroni, by the way. He's turning 7. Not turning 7, he's turning 8. You're turning 8, You're turning 8.
There we go. I think I heard macaroni. Oh, macaroni. Oh, I can hear the cat. Cat idol meeting. They planned this. The cats planned this for sure.
Cats are so cute.
The fact that both of our cats had to leave at the same time. They planned it, you know?
They planned it. They totsumachied.
They totsumachied. We're interrupting their meeting. It's true.
Yeah, they're like, what the hell?
They're having their secret cat meeting.
But like my cat's actually like last stream, my cat was like, well, I was like playing Sid Meier's Pirates. She just like fucking my money just like disappeared because like my cat pressed on something. I'm like, ah!
No.
I had to reload from an old save, but it wasn't that I didn't lose too much. But like, yeah, my cats are a bit mischievous, but they only want one thing. They just want attention from me, which is really cute.
Yeah, it is cute. Same with my cat too. They definitely would just want attention. That's why they're yelling so much. But this page is our last page. But I remember you gave me some game exclusive words and then a short discussion on streaming platforms. So, yeah.
Yep. So okay, so when you hear buki, it's like a weapon. Like buki o koreo, like buki wo kore, like please give me a weapon. Like this is usually something that you, or just like ju o kore, like it's like please give me a gun. I think you would hear this all the time with what was that game again that lets you buy somebody a gun? Like I know it's Counter Strike, but there's something else too.
Oh,
was it Valorant?
Maybe
I'm
not familiar.
There's another one. It's definitely not Apex because like I don't think Apex can let you buy other guns. But it's basically that like please.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but basically please give me a gun like buki o koreo. Like please give me a gun. And then kogeki suru wa, like I'm gonna go attack. Totsugeki is like just to attack, but like to plan and arrange an attack.
Yeah,
but, like,
yeah.
Is, like, just attack in general. Like kogeki suru wa, like I'm just like gonna go attack. Okay, like that. So. That's basically it. You will hear this all the time during Apex. Kogeki, like kogeki suru wa,
like communicating.
Kogeki shinaide, like that, yeah.
Yeah, your comms.
Shinaide, like don't, yeah. Like don't attack. And then chimu, you could say chimu. Like the reason why I added this is like this is very commonly used during I guess during what was that again, like the Apex tournaments usually from Google Stars.
Yeah.
Like they're a chimu. Yeah.
That was isn't there like a name? I never know what the name refers to, but it's like something style or something. Customs, right?
Something customs. Yeah, customs. So because like it's a custom match that at least in the game they have a custom lobby where they make a team. Like teamを作ると他の VTuber が参加すると。参加 means to participate.
Okay.
So that's the meaning. Sanka, I should add this. Sanka suru.
Yeah.
Sanka is to participate. Sanka.
And chimu makes sense. It's like you said in the comment, like it's just Japanese pronunciation of team. So chimu.
Yeah, team. Like team. Like it's so funny because like I can code switch like team and then team.
Team.
It's like reminds me of like Toby Fox, like when he said like
Toho
Toho project.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah. I forgot his whole like sentence, but it was like fluent Japanese and then Toho project.
Right. And then people mean it like, and people mean it where Toby just becomes like an actual Pomeranian and not like the silly dog.
Mm-hmm. Toho project. Yeah, exactly, Fleshy.
Toho project. Sanka suru. Sanka means to participate. Sanka shinai means to
Mm.
not participate. Sanka suru is to participate. There you go. Oops. How do we
There you go. Got it.
word wrap this?
Oh, yeah, let me do that. Shrink text on overflow. I'll do the same here. There we go.
Yeah, thank you. So, sankasuru is just like somebody who's like participating in the event of the game, especially when it's like a tournament, tournamento. Like literally, they don't have any other like
Oh, just like
tournament. It's
team.
a tournamento, team,
Tournamento.
tournamento, and sankasuru. Like that's it. Also, RTA. So we have speedruns, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we already know what speedrun is, but once you see RTA pasento, like it's just somebody who's like to real time attack. It's so weird, right? Because like real time attack,
Oh.
basically how fast you can um catch it on time. It's a more intense
Oh.
way of saying speedrun, but there's also like RTA waking up RTA percent waking up. I think that was like a joke was somebody overslept on stream. So they're having an RTA, like a speedrun of how long they could like wake up, which
Yeah,
is so
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
I think was it Coco or was it like
I
it's a live too. I think Fubuki was having like a stream where she's like having an RTA. She was like commenting on how long the girls would keep oversleeping.
Oh my
And I think
gosh.
I forgot who was it. I think was it Coco? I forgot.
I'm
But
not sure.
there's
That
basically an
sounds
RTA
familiar.
where she's like, guys, look at them, they're still asleep. We're already hitting at 2 hours. It's just like it's all like, oh, 2 hours, you're
Real
just
time
sleeping.
attack.
Woo! And then like but in general, RTA is more of like speedrun. Also, not to
Ah.
I guess it's like it's not a shout out in any way because like it's not even in my channel. So there is actually a Japanese channel in Twitch that is RTA in Japan, meaning it's like a speedrunners in Japan.
Ooh. Oh, might
So I'm
want to
just like
look
gonna
that up.
link here.
Sure.
Yeah, RTA in Japan. I'm gonna link it here. This is where Japanese people usually um
Oh,
do.
sorry. The link didn't go through, but I think I found it. Is it
Oh,
this one?
okay.
RTA in Japan.
Yes. That's the one.
There we go. Last streaming blockout. Nice.
Yeah, so they're basically like also they're speedrunners, but they're Japanese. Think of it as a GDQ, but
Yeah.
it's in a smaller group because like Jap it's Japan and not a
Mhm.
lot like I guess they don't usually like participate in a large group like outwardly, but they do exist. RTA Purea still do exist.
That makes
It's just like
sense.
they just do it on their own. Like they don't have like an actual group. AGDQ, however, they have like other participants. But yeah, if you guys want to see any people who are Japanese and you want to see their speedruns, please do check the shout out from Bibinka Bear. They are
Yeah.
in Japan.
Yeah, because I know that
So yeah,
like speed running is just one of those things that also like more or less transcends like a lot of language barriers too, because it's all about just playing the game as fast as you can. So even like American or Western speedrunners will, if it's a Japanese game, they'll probably change it to Japanese because the text runs a lot quicker because they use kanji. And I know that like because the specific type of speedrunning that I like to watch videos on, I don't speedrun, but like I like to watch videos about like Legend of Zelda speedruns, and they always reference like, oh yeah, this record was broken by like a Japanese speedrunner, or this technique was pioneered by a Japanese speedrunner. So it's cool to see that like in certain communities like speedrunning, like it doesn't matter where you're from. Like it's it's just how fast you can finish the game. But also like pass on those techniques to like other people too. It's cool. It's cool.
cool to also I'm actually kind of glad that I get to like plug that in because like I actually respect a lot of like Japanese speedrunners.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's because like some of the games that they usually play is like very old ones too. Like it's very retro. So I'm like,
Yeah.
So if you guys want to also check out some retro games as well that is being speedrun, is you can also guys check them out too if you are interested, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's RTA. You guys can see this mostly all the time in videos or speedrunning, and even some VTubers who are very fan of speedrunning in general. So yeah.
Yeah. I wanna see some VTubers get into that kind of stuff too. Nice.
Okay. Now our last slide here is streaming platforms. So I guess you guys have heard Astel, or rather have seen Astel do Tweetcast. So Tweetcast is an actual, like, I wouldn't say it's an inbuilt way for Twitter because like it's Elon now. So
Oh.
it's not really. So Tweetcast is a tweetcasting is like basically it's like a Twitter, like it's like supposedly a subset of like Twitter people who went to flock and find a streaming platform. It's
Mm.
reminiscent of a very, the UI is very old, but a lot of Japanese VTubers actually stream here in Tweetcast. You guys would be
Oh.
very shocked. The average, there could be like 1,000 people or more, but these are prominently Japanese viewers and YouTubers. So I doubt that you could see a regular English speaking person here because Tweetcast was meant for Japanese streamers in mind. But you could, in general and technically, can stream in Tweetcast.
Is
But
it?
yeah,
Is it? Because I googled it right now. Is it? Because one page says Tweetcast without the T, the other one says Twitcast. That one looks more like it's Japanese. Because that's what happened when I
here,
googled
here.
it.
I'm gonna link it to you. Wait, oops, what the hell?
Sure.
Tweetcast though.
Oh, I think it
Tweetcast.
is. I think it is Twitcast. Did I misspell it?
Yeah, it's Tweetcast, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. I misspelled it. Tweetcast is something different. It looks like it's either Spanish or Portuguese speaking, but
Yeah, but I guess it's like I kind
ah,
of pronounce it, the way I pronounce it is more like the Japanesey way. Oops, but like it's Twitcast.
Tweetcasto?
It's Twitcast. Yeah, Tweetcast. Tweetcasto, like yeah, Tweetcast.
Okay, okay.
The tweet is just like the T is kind of like silent because like it's just like I don't know, they roll it the Tweetcasto.
Ah,
So
I
like
see.
that.
Ah,
Tweetcast, basically that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, so Tweetcast is just supposedly should have gone through and through or walked together with Twitter, but as you can see, who owns Twitter now? They're basically, I would say, standalone now. They used to have like a way for you to broadcast your Tweetcast stream and to your Twitter as well. Like it tells you, or it automatically pings or tweets on your behalf that you're live. This was
oh,
actually being used by one of the Japanese tempuras as well. I think it was
oh,
Rara Remon who streams in Tweetcast.
oh,
I
cool.
I often go there, but I can't seem to chat since I think my ISP partially blocked some of its components, which is weird because like I can see, or I know that she's streaming and I can see like the whole thing, but it's just like I can't see the video. So yeah, it's partially blocked on my end.
It's interesting because I'm scrolling through it right now, and it's like, it's definitely a mix of like real life streamers, but also just a couple of like VTubers here and there. So it's interesting.
Yeah, and I guess Tweetcast is, it's like a subset of like Nico Doga people
Oh,
as well. Yeah, I would say subset because like I feel like some of them are from Nico Doga and formerly Vine, I would say. I think I can confidently say it. It's like a lot of like Arufa. Arufa used to be in Vine, who's currently now famous by the way. Like he's always in commercials now, which is, I'm happy for him.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's Tweetcast. And then we're moving to Iriam. Iriam and Anilive are, Anilive is more open for foreigners, but Iriam is only a Japanese exclusive. I would say exclusive since it's mostly Japanese, anyways. It's an app where you download it through Google Play, and you, as a VTuber, can stream anywhere and anywhere.
Oh.
Similar to Anycast, where you could just like bring your phone, walk around, and you just like have your model preloaded already,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool. I would say it's really cool, but like I said, it's only predominantly used by Japanese people, and obviously it's just a Japanese app. So unfortunately, you can't stream as a English speaker there yet.
Mm.
I would say yet, because like I'm not sure if Irium is open for foreigners yet. But Any Live, similar app by the way, is more open and has an English version. I should put it here. The reason why I didn't put it
Sure.
there because like I forgot the name of the app. Any Live. I actually look it up. Any Live.
This isn't. Is this the same one as? Do you remember there was like a VTuber agency a while back that like they were only going to be on a certain app? Is it? Was it Annie Live or was that something
Yes, yes,
else?
yes. It is Anilive. It is Anilive. That's the reason
Oh.
why I brought it up. So the reason why these exist is because of the handiness, and it's more like phone. It's more phone centric, I would say. So the reason why you guys probably haven't heard of this yet, even for me, I only heard about Irium in booth because some assets that I found are actually exclusive usage for Irium. So these specific apps actually have a capability to import assets directly to your phone stream, which is wow. Seriously, even I was so shocked because like I think some of the terms and services is only like Irium only. Do not use from other platforms except for Irium. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Hmm. I'm just kind of. I've been looking. The reason why I've been quiet is because I was like looking through like the pages too. It's interesting to
No, no,
look
no, it's
at.
fine.
Yeah.
Because like I wish I could like show you guys Irium, but Irium is very, I would say, anti gaijin, like the as
Oh.
long as you're not a Japanese IP, they would not let you get in. I can
Mm.
get in with a VPN, but
Oh
obviously that
wow.
means like
So
I have to
they're
like set stuff up.
yeah, they're really they're really I guess like cracking down on that then. Not cracking
Yeah, it's
down, yeah.
but more like they're making it sure that it's only locals, like Japanese locals that can use it. Well, it's
Mhm.
fine. It's because like, to be fair, the main demographic for Irium is Japanese people.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
Annulive, however, yeah, but Annulive, however, right, is we can together, like us, me and Pau can actually stream whenever they want because it gets open for English speakers as well. Except
Mm.
Irium isn't. So yeah, I would say yet for Irium because I'm not sure if they would expand. If they might have any interest to opening up to the Western community, then definitely they could potentially let um foreign VTubers in. But basically,
Yeah.
that's Irium and Anilive.
No, yeah, that's interesting. Like, cause you said that it's very like at the moment they're not super like gaijin friendly, but it's like interesting to think about like if they already take that kind of stance, if that is a stance, then like would they do well if they extended into like English speaking streamers, or should they just kind of like leave it up to Annie Live? But who knows? It's always been an interesting concept, but I've never quite explored it.
I mean, the possibility to stream anywhere as a VTuber is a very enticing concept, not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like you know what, if I just like wanna like lay down on my bed, at least like my VTuber is probably just like laying down and just like going to the bed and just like talking to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool concept. I would say it's a cool concept.
Yeah.
But with the technology now, I'm kind of looking forward to it. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
Irium
it's
and
still
Anilive.
still new, but it's exciting to see where it'll go. Yeah.
Hmm. And then Nico Nico Doga, the
You.
basics, our basics. Okay, so Nico Nico Doga was mostly I would say were used for people who already edited their videos. It's not exactly a streaming platform until, and I mean until like a couple of years, at least the early 2010s, I think, that they opened Doga Haishin, or say like Nico Nico Doga Haishin, basically like
Mm.
because they actually stream, I guess, anime announcements and
I kind of
even
remember
some
that.
anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, even some anime, I would say airing of. I'm trying to recall. There was an anime that was being aired during Nico Nico Doga where it's like it was live, but there's also like a stream before, but it was like a Q&A. But that was like so many years ago,
I'm
which is
trying
like,
to remember,
wow.
yeah. Because I remember it was, okay. It's funny because we were just talking about it in one of the Discords. Not you and I, but I just remember like someone mentioning like the nice boat meme. Was that wasn't on Nico Nico, right? That was in syndication, but everyone made the joke of Nice Boat on Nico Nico from what I remember, right? Or you know what, I might be misremembering, but I just remember like Nice Boat being a meme, you know?
Nice, but because like they intervened because like some parts of the anime was like too
Yes.
gritty, I
Yeah.
guess. Okay, so this is called Nico Nico Namahoso, which is live. So
Mm.
Namahoso. So this is it. This is where they stream. And I what? I just saw that there's actually streaming a fucking horse race.
Huh?
What the
Oh
fuck?
my
I
gosh.
just like checked.
They're doing
Oh,
the horse races.
they're also like streaming about like yeah, ads. They're
Hunts.
streaming ads.
Ah.
Overlord, they're streaming
Oh
ReZero,
wow. Okay.
Idol Master Million Radio. I'm just like looking at these stuff right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just like
And then
googling it.
I think the fucking here I'm gonna link it to you so
Sure,
you know
sure, sure.
I can cut you the time for looking at. I think the fucking horse race like took me out like what?
Let me see.
There's also a gambling live stream.
Oh my god, there is the horse one. A gambling live stream. Is that legal? That's something that they could just do over there?
I'm like laughing right now. Let's go gambling. Oh dang it.
Let's go gambling.
Let's go gambling. Oh dang it. But yeah, okay. So Nico Nico Doga
Oh yeah, there is
Doga is
Bleach.
actually
That's
called
incredible.
also Nico Ni, Nico Ni, Nico Namahoso.
I'm gonna link in chat what you just sent me in case they want to look at the horse race. But that's pretty cool. Cause I was on NicoNico.jp and I'm like, I'm not seeing no horse race, and then it's just the difference of putting live in front of it. That's like, I see. Cause now it looks like they're streaming Bleach. They're streaming what else? Idolmaster. So many things.
Yeah, most of them are ads. Like they're trying to have like an anime announcement. I'm like, okay. So
Mm.
Nico Nico Namahoso is like Nama like the raw live broadcast. So like Nama like from the raw, and then the whole like okay. I'm just like gonna dissect this
Sure, sure,
kanji.
sure,
So
sure.
this whole whole and then Nama like a Nama. This is like Nama. Like it's like raw. I say raw Nama 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 Hoso. Or like so, but like it's also read as oku, but it's called so oku. The omyomi and kunyomi. Oh no!
Oh
So it's like
no.
sent.
The endless struggle.
So so yeah, this is like namahoso, basically
Mm.
raw broadcast being sent or something.
Oh, okay. Raw as in like it's not edited. It's really just like a live stream, yeah. Live broadcast. Ah, okay, okay.
And so basically namahoso, like raw release send or like just like release like in a way like it's a broadcast. Like if you combine hoso is like a broadcast or like you know basically sending it's like similar to Haishin.
Mm-hmm.
So like raw like a raw release like literally like a live unedited footage basically. So Nico Nico Namahoso, that's basically it.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm even laughing right now because like really the fucking horse
The horse
race?
racing, yeah.
But that took me out.
It's
Like
it's
oh
cool
shit.
to see like the kanji and just how you like dissect and break it down too of like, yeah, like thinking about it, raw release it does like, you know, hint at, you know, like an unedited like live stream. So it's always really cool to
Yeah,
see the
and
etymology.
and it's so funny because like nama is just like like bear or raw like nama like sakana like it's very like nama no niku like raw meat nama niku raw meat. So yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, so yeah, that's Nico Nico nama hoso, and I guess Nico Nico doga. Doga is video. Actually, I need to put the also that doga
Oh,
doga.
that I didn't even think about. You know, I'm realizing, yeah, you said Nama is raw, and I'm like, wait, I learned one of that from Wanikani, because it's the same kanji as life, right? Or is it? Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah,
kanji
yeah.
as life. Yeah.
Doga. So let me dissect this real quick. It's like I guess it's like also like we're back at it again, not the fucking omyomi and konyomi. Do
Mm-hmm.
enga. Like for example, eiga is like movie.
Mm. Not to be confused with ego, right?
Yeah, eigo no. Eigo is like the ego is more like hold on. The ego I'm just like gonna put it here. Ego is like they have if you see this like where can I put like an extra one? Like okay, I'll just like put it here for the
Yeah,
sake
sure,
of it.
sure,
Like
sure.
okay, so ego is like here. Go when you see this. I'm just like gonna put here. Go. This is like language. Like for example, Filipingo,
Oh,
meaning
yeah, yeah.
Philippine language. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we use this go. Like it's just like go. That
Yeah.
means like language. Go.
Like Nihongo,
Ego.
ego, yeah.
Mm-hmm. A and then A is like A. It's like this is the I would say the kanji for English like A. I don't know why it's like that. A. This is
Mm-hmm.
English.
Yeah,
So for
ego.
ego. So if you combine it together, ego means English language
Yeah.
ego. So yeah, that's basically it. So
Nice.
that's the fun of like dissecting, so you can see like oh, so that's but also like perplexes you. So like so what does this like combine together? Because
Mm-hmm.
like okay, so doga is more like if you combine it together, doga. So you combine together, do is like a movement, and then painting. It's a moving painting.
Ah.
It's a moving
Yeah,
painting.
yeah,
Doga.
yeah.
It's a moving image, basically. It's like GIF. George, just kidding.
Yeah.
But like doga is like compared to video. So do is like a movement, a move, or like movement, or just like the act of moving. Just like
Yeah.
basically do.
Yeah,
Like we're
yeah.
just like moving, and then ga is like image. Yeah,
It's
image.
it's kind of like the etymology of like movies, right? Like a movie
Mm-hmm.
is just like a moving picture. That's, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
probably
yeah.
why they call it like the movie. That we're gonna see a movie, you know, like the old timey like transatlantic accent or whatever.
Also, A is also like movie, I guess, like or just like a film. A like here, there's this Aga.
Mm.
Like this is movie. Here, I'm gonna put it here also. I'm gonna put it here. Aga is like a it's like a movie or film. Film, and then as you can see here is like image, film image. So Aga it becomes like a film, like a movie, like a literal movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like interesting. Not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah. Because it's
the
funny with like kanji, because kanji like kind of gives you that etymology. It gives you like the origin of where that word comes from. It's pretty cool, but sometimes it's like
yes.
sometimes it's not super straightforward.
Yeah, it's very because like this one A is also like maybe it's an onyomi, but yeah, I think we already know like the ego, right? Ego like the English A, and then the A like the film A. So that's why guys we need kanji. Otherwise, what the fuck
Uh
are you
huh.
talking about? Because
Exactly.
like, it's like
Exactly.
the two A's, and then there's like A. So that's like a movie. Eiga. That's a movie. Eigakan
Nice.
means like a movie theater. Eigakan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The difference
And
between
yeah.
ego and ega could save your life.
Yeah, yeah. a difference because it also, I will tell you, as somebody who took N3 and N2 fucking exams, they will fuck your head over because there will be one stroke missing, literally like a
Oh
minuscule stroke
no!
missing inside of a fucking kanji, and it will change its meaning. And it's so minuscule and it's so easy to miss that it can fuck over your score. So you guys better learn your stroke orders as well as the kanji, because you think it would be easy. Like, it's just like the same. Anyways, I'm just like gonna. It's it's not. One, if you feel like there's something missing, it's like, it's like find the difference kind of thing in the like quizzes, except make it an actual word. Like, I feel like these are the same. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Nope.
literal minuscule stroke from the very top that's missing. Like
No.
like it's like an apostrophe that's missing on top. But
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, like, it's so small because, like, in the exam papers, actually, I'm just like telling you guys, like, in the exam papers, that some texts are very minuscule that I'm like, I don't know. And
Oh
then, like,
no.
but this thing is like a bit like missing. It's like it feels like a bit more out of space, or like it doesn't feel packed enough. And then, I don't know, maybe I'm just like thinking things too hard. But yeah, you gotta, like, that's literally your actual enemy in the exams. I'm just like warning you guys, if you're gonna take N3 to N2, that's your biggest enemy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Literally find the difference. Those will fuck your head and you
Not
will
to
like start
find the
doubting your
difference.
knowledge.
No.
Yeah, I started to doubt my knowledge, and like I think it was it was a specific kanji with a lot of like, for example, I think hono, like, not hono, like it's like similar to this. It's like similar to this, I would say. Like, I'm just like gonna put it here. Like, it's like similar to this, except like it's so small, right? And then there's like a missing, like, the very top of this one. I'm gonna like make it a bit bigger here, so you can show being Pau here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna show you guys. There's like an apostrophe on top, right? There's like an apostrophe
Yeah.
on top
Yeah.
of this
Yeah.
thing here, but they took it out. But you wouldn't know because like the text is so very
No.
small.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh. Yeah, I
oh
see
my
it.
god,
The
no.
more you shrink it, the more it disappears.
Yeah, like, oh shit, like, and then they're like, I only have like a little bit of, like, the sending is
Oh
fine, like, it's so easy, you could
no.
cheese it, but when it comes to, like, find the difference, I'm sure you'll make it, and then, like, how could I find the difference? The text is so small.
Oh no.
I think I usually trip on there, but I managed to pass my N2, and you know what? That's fine.
Nice.
That's literally it. It's
Cuz
okay.
you know the
I'm
tricks, you know the
good.
tricks.
Yeah, and also because, like, I'm just like gonna, I'm gonna breathe it. It's right, because like I start to doubt myself. I start to doubt myself, like, during, like, I flip to like another page and, like, oh, okay, I'm just like get back to it later, and then, like,
Yeah.
the more I flip, like, hold on,
That's a
is
good
that
test
good?
strat, yeah.
Is that good? Are you sure? And then, like, oh shit, I gotta go back there and then change my answer. Like, that's basically it. That's gonna be, I guess, a warning to you guys who's gonna take the Japanese, like, JLPT.
Mhm.
That's gonna be your biggest enemy. Find the difference. Otherwise, it should be a very easy exam as long as you do study and keep, your information in your head, and you should be fine. At least for me
Yeah.
personally.
This
But
whole
other than that,
stream,
yeah.
this whole stream is making me want to like get back into studying, definitely. Like studying my
Yeah,
kanji as well.
yeah. You could also, like, I would suggest, depending on your difficulty. For example, if you already know kanji, a bit of kanji, not all of kanji, like a bit. Like, for example, the kanji for sleep, the kanji for, like, morning, etc. Like the basic kanji, you
Mhm.
can start to, like, N4. Try to do it by levels. For example, N4 level, that's where you are. You study mostly N4 material, and
Mm.
that should make you help, don't think too much or be feel overwhelmed, because I will tell you, if you tackle every single kanji without stopping yourself, you will be overwhelmed and your brain would probably get too tired.
I'm like looking it
Do
up
it
right
by
now.
levels. Do it by levels, and then you would, like, dissect and also digest the actual materials better. At least that's for me.
Because I'm going by like Wanikani, like I said, the kanji learning one, and they have a lot of levels. So now that I'm looking at the list, I'm still learning radicals. That's the thing. But it's this is fun. This makes me want to like go back into like learning the radicals and the kanji.
Yeah, the radicals is actually very important. Is that especially when you're doing dissections like me?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can dissect even right now. We could still dissect every single kanji that is inside this specific like word. So like you can finally see what's the actual root radical of this specific word, which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's I guess it's like I would say, like when you're trying to like get a fish, like you're gonna like clean the fish, like try to like fillet it and then like try to like slice each and every parts. That's basically it.
Ah. Mm-mm.
It feels like that and it's fun. At least for me personally. It might not be fun for people who are, feel overwhelmed when doing it because like it's a lot of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But it is fun. But it is fun, I would say. It is fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess the last one is YouTube. We
Yeah.
already know YouTube. So YouTube is sadly I would say YouTube has a very low visibility unlike Twitch.
Ah.
Twitch is more focused on helping you be visible in the algorithm. Yes, there are other streamers out there, but YouTube on the other hand is like there's also benefits to being in YouTube being like it makes retention easier,
Mm-hmm.
but literally finding you before that your viewers or your followers or subscribers are below 100 or below I would say 1,000,
Mm-hmm.
then you're basically invisible to the actual platform.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
It's like a balance of like Twitch is more like helps you be more visible, but you have to compete with other people because like
Yeah.
they're also visible too. But
Mm-hmm.
you're easier to find. I would say you're easier to find. You're not buried in any way.
Mm-hmm.
But in YouTube, however, once you have like an actual established platform, I think this is why people build Twitch first and then YouTube. But there's also people who do the opposite, but only because they already had a huge following starting up
Yeah.
from Twitter. So basically, that's YouTube. A lot of YouTubers even um they do their first momentum, right? Like whenever the boys debuted, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the boys debuted, there was basically they did their tweets before like actual debuting because like they're giving themselves time to actually gather a lot of like
Yeah.
people in the platform and people to actually follow
Yeah, and
them
just
in
kind of get a hint at like what their personalities are like, which I remember liking a lot.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's basically it. That's a YouTube and Twitch. I guess I mix them both up because like they're like a complement to each other. I would say at least for
Yeah.
me now that I'm doing a dual platform. I'm not streaming on YouTube because like I said, I think like it needs your actual you need like an actual following or a group that makes you able to support yourself or make yourself more visible, unlike here in Twitch where yes you might be very visible but it's more like it's very oversaturated, but that's basically
Mm.
what the streaming platforms are. Mm. And if you
Cool.
guys are interested in becoming a VTuber, you guys should just do it anyways.
Yes. I say that too. Like, it's always worth it. You just gotta like press the well. That's not all you have to do, but like, a lot of people get kind of like stuck in their mind of like, oh, should I do it? I don't know what my content is gonna be. Blah blah blah. I always tell people like, just stream once. Like, even if it's like you don't need a starting screen, you don't need like your own BGM or anything fancy like that. Arguably all you need is a PNG, and there's people that don't even use PNG at first. Like they just stream with their voice. Just find out if you like it, and then after that the sky's the limit.
And actually, even before, like before the whole entire thing, I'm gonna like somewhat say my age. Actually, I said I'm gonna be 30 this week, anyways. But like
Yeah.
back before Justin TV, like this platform, Twitch, was Justin TV. People only stream with their dingy webcams. Like it's very
Yeah.
old webcam. It's like a dollar webcam. They put their webcam in front of their TVs and then they're just like playing games. and then podcasts happened, like 4-player podcasts, which is
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite people that I followed back when this was Justin TV, by the way.
Oh my god,
And
that's right.
it
This
was
used to be
fun.
Justin TV. Mm-hmm.
So it's basically people are just scared that they might not take off, but honestly, it should be like for me too, because I've been putting off being a VTuber for like 5 years because like I wanted to be like, oh, I wanted to have like this and that, but honestly, I think hesitating kind of like make it, I guess, like it kind of like a big regret, like why am I hesitating for, like you just like have to do it, because like if you don't start now, then when, I guess, kind of thing.
Exactly, exactly. If not now, when? And if not
Hmm.
you,
Hmm.
who? Exactly. Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'm actually glad that the VTubers that started this whole, like, like whole little presentation and even like a learning session, we were inspired by the VTubers who started from scratch. Like some of them didn't even start as like a regular VTuber, but
Mm-hmm.
they started their career now, and then they inspired us too. It's kind of like, passing on
Exactly.
the torch, but not technically, I would say, because like we're not really like in contact with them, but it's just the fact that they inspired us to do things, whether it's just like a Japanese VTuber or an English VTuber. It's just the fact that once you start to learn like the culture, and not just the culture, but just like in general, like to support Oshis and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you start to learn a lot of things, and you see these words that we were presenting and
Yeah.
each and every single like videos too. So
Exactly.
basically, I hope that you guys enjoyed the things that we shared, and I hope you guys have a little bit more understanding of terminologies often used from other VTubers as well. And
Yeah.
yeah.
This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun just going over like all of this lingo, and like some stuff was very familiar and then some stuff was like unfamiliar, but like the way that you like explained it, the way that you dissected everything down was really helpful, and it made me, I don't know, it just made me realize a lot of things, and it made me want to get back into studying Japanese, you know? So thank you. Thank you for being
You
here.
for giving me an opportunity to share, I guess, like oh, I guess this stream also like share how much passion I got for learning Japanese in general, cuz like although it's not my first language, I guess this was my first language that I tackled, because like, little Lambda had like a small little dream that she wants to connect people who are, like they don't know other animes, and then they miss out good things, like nobody knew
Ah.
some Japanese exclusive games, or just like Fire Emblem, for example. Before the whole emulation and YAR stuff happened, nobody knew about Fire Emblem until later that they have an English localization. But the first Fire Emblem game, you guys, you'd be surprised, was not even translated at all. It just like jumps straight into fucking right was this a blazing stones, and like wait, Rekanoken, and also I forgot what it's called. Like it's like basically Lin and Roy basically as a protagonist. That's the only one that was
Mm.
localized and available at the time. So I hope that, this a little bit of like slideshow makes you guys appreciate the beauty of like languages in general.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited. And it's good to know that like if ever like me or anyone else is kind of struggling with studying, cuz like I said, I kind of fell off. Like I started after my Japan trip, I started to go hard into studying Japanese, and then eventually, life happens, work happens, and I kind of fell off, and now this is like I want to go back, and it helps to know that there's someone that like I'm not going to like use you as like a 24-hour like, hey, what does this mean? But like it's good to know that like if I ever need a study buddy, I could tap you on the shoulder and see if you're down for a round 2 of one of these one of these collabs if you're interested.
Down for it. I'm really down for it, because like I know, I think people are kind of surprised. Even my friends were like, "You studying? Like you like studying?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I study a lot."
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even know a lot of like OBS stuff and other like ways of things until like I got into it. The reason why I started doing studying for streaming is because like I wanted to understand um my Oshis better. Lol. It's back
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
Oshikatsu thing. But like but basically it's the same it's the same vein of like studying language. I want to understand everyone better. I want to connect with everyone. It's the same,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same sentiment. And once you start to learn or just like study, you can get perspective and understanding on what the topic is, and also why was this a thing in the first place. I don't know, some people
Mm.
don't want to think too hard, and that's fine, but
Yes.
for me, I want to like figure stuff out and discover why was this a thing in the first place. Like, why is oshikatsu a thing? What's the root for this, basically? So I'm like really glad that I get to share these details to Pao and also the Bibing Cubs here who are,
Yeah.
stayed up listening to our little, I would say, study session. I really
Mm-hmm.
am thankful for you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me also, Pao.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And like I said, I'm always down for another round anytime, you know? So,
Oh my gosh, we could tackle the actual deep end of like the Yume terminology here. I could like give you like a link. The reason why I
oh,
kind of like wanted to set it aside because it's a very deep and detailed that could be easily misunderstood to people who don't dabble on Yume ship.
yeah.
So we wanted to, at least for me, I wanted to be more delicate about it. So
Ooh,
yeah,
interesting. Okay, cool. I just saw the link that you gave me. So, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I think with that, once again, thank you. Oh, do you have any announcements? I know your birthday's coming up. Do you have anything you want to
yeah,
announce to the
I
Bubinka?
will actually play Phasmophobia with Arcto, Megu, and Pengi. I
Let's
will also
go.
be playing Cultic and Nightmare of the Case. So if you guys are into spooky, scary shooters, you can
Let's
guys check it
go.
out.
Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Cool. All right. In that case, I think I should be able to maybe if not join any of your birthday streams, I should still be in the chat because I'm gonna be cat sitting actually this weekend, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna
We
try
could
my
also like
best.
do a little magma board. I'm kind of like shy
Yes.
of doing magma, I guess. Like maybe is it too late to do it? I'm too shy.
No, you could do it anytime. I think I made mine live for my anniversary stream. I made mine live uh during the stream, but I left it open for the following week. So you could do something like that, or you could do something ahead of time. I think the one thing that people just advise against is putting your magma when it's not ready yet, or at least like you have to lock it. Like don't put it on Twitter because people could troll. But otherwise, yeah, I would say do
True.
a magma if you want.
Sure. I'll definitely try. I'm just like shy because like I don't want to like force people to join or anything. But I would appreciate it if people would like to join and just like have fun. I guess I should draw it. I should draw first. I would say I put my own drawing there. I'll slap it in and see if people are interested to join.
Sure, I'd be
Like I don't know. I'm very
interested.
shy inviting other people to like, hey guys, you wanna guys join my birthday party?
Yeah, yeah,
Like I
no, we'll
feel shy.
join. We'll join. You got a lot of adoring fans, myself included, so so
Aw,
yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Also,
Yeah.
um, I guess that should be it. Like, I don't have any plans for this week other than the birthday week and me
Yeah.
playing games until and also with you guys.
Yay. But that's plenty of plans though. So, with that, I think if it's okay with you, I'm gonna hop off the call, and for the Babin Cubs, I don't think we'll do a mosh pit because I'm tired. I'm gonna head to the office tomorrow, so I'm gonna go eeps right after this. But yeah, is it
Sure.
okay if I hop off the call?
Sure. Yes.
Cool.
Thank you so
Thank
much for having me.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Sayonara,
Gane.
guys. Mata ashita ne. Bye bye.
Bye. Aw, she's so great. I was really like happy to be able to collab with them. So yeah, we will not have a mosh pit for tonight because like I said, I'm kind of eepy. I think I already decided who we're going to raid into. We're gonna raid into Regulus. I feel like it's wait. Let me make sure they're still streaming. But thank you everyone for dropping by. This was a lot of fun. I really loved language learning. And Nyanda is literally the perfect person to talk to for that, especially with like Japanese. So let's see. Yeah, Regulus is still streaming, so let's go ahead and raid into them. They're playing Ultra Kill. Let's go. Alright guys. I'm gonna go into my outro screen once again. Thank you, Nyanda, for your time and for your lesson. This was amazing. And we're gonna start that raid. Alright everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So I hope you guys have... I'll be back on Thursday, by the way. Thursday with some retro gaming. We're gonna play Kid Pics. We're gonna make some art. Yeah, thank you, Nyanda. Thank you, thank you. Alright, everyone. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. And as always, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm sure they did. They did. Oh my god, the hat. The hat on my emote. Okay, guys. We're gonna go ahead and raid. Thank you, Nyanda. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.